Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome to Hawk Wins Radio Picture Show from the beautiful Q4 Radio. Before we start the show, I just want to give a big shout out to Q4 Radio. You guys have been super good to us throughout the years. You've given us a lot of great opportunities and a lot of great platforms for a lot of artists, which is super needed these days. And it's an incredible place. If you guys get a chance, I would totally check out Q4, see what they're all about. There's a lot of really fun stuff that's about to happen here at Q4. So stay tuned. Check them out on social media. We'll be sure to share all that stuff down below and always on our page. But without further ado, if any of you guys have never been to our show before, this is Hawk Wins Radio Picture Show. We stream live here at Q4 Radio every Wednesday night. And we highlight artists of all different mediums, whether it's musicians or puppeteers or comedians, paranormal artists. We had a little bit of everything on here. If you guys like the show, please hit subscribe. Please hit the share button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it means the absolute world to these artists. Seriously, if you're enjoying the show, please leave a comment down below. Again, share with the world, and we're happy to have you guys on board. My name is Jack Dwyer. Here's
Jay Smooth.
Here's my boy Jay Smooth. Yeah, me and Jay have been doing this for well over a year now, and it's been nothing but fun. And again, we appreciate all of you guys who are weekly listeners, and again, we appreciate all our new listeners just tuning in too. So, Jay, how have you been, brother? What's new with you, pal?
I've been pretty good, bro. Haven't done anything much lately in the past week since we met up last week.
It's winter time, you know. It's time to
I've
chill.
been like going to work, getting home, getting stoned, going to sleep. That's about it.
Well, that's not a bad move either. It's winter time. You collected all those nuts. Time to chow on those nuts.
You know, I gotta have all my nut collection ready.
Yeah. Can we turn ourselves up a little bit?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Checking. Check. Cool.
Sweet.
That's good. So where were we? You had your mouth full of nuts.
As per usual.
Per usual, of course.
And then yeah, man, didn't do much. I heard you had a good weekend though.
Yeah, I had about a lot of nuts in my mouth too.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, it was my baby brother's bachelor party, and congratulations, Neil. Love you, dude. It was super fun. It was wrestler themed, so we were all wrestling in the backyard, and
You got some real wrestling going.
got some real wrestling, some real bruises too, man. I was finding bruises by the hour. I cannot wrestle like I used to.
What's your favorite wrestling move?
I think I like Rikishi's stink face the best. Where if you guys aren't
course.
familiar with Rikishi, he was the big dude. He just stick his butt in everyone's face. That was always fun. But no, man, I could tell you my least favorite was what my brother did to me.
What do you do?
Dude, he pulled the same trick that we used to do as kids, where like you pin someone down with your knees and their arms are like up above their head, you know, and then you lean over them and you go, Hawk to and then you drip it down. Yeah, I almost got Hawk to it in the face, but I kicked him in the face with my boot, and
Not the boot.
I got him with the boots.
Damn.
With probably some goat shit on there, because there was a goat at the party.
Were you guys wrestling with the goat?
I didn't want to wrestle with the goat. I didn't want to pick up any diseases.
Oh.
But I left it on the option if I brought some party toys in case the goat got involved, and some vegetables.
Some carrots.
Some carrots, and they eat everything. But yeah, it was super fun. It was a really good time to just enjoy my brother and send him off into victory. You know, we called it Neil's last bash before the ring. So it was fun. We had dinosaur costumes and Nerf guns. I would totally suggest this for any upcoming bachelor parties. Get some Nerf guns. Nerf guns make a party so much more fun. You know, you're sniping out your boys at the end of the table, and it's really a good time.
Hell yeah.
One of the fun things we did was my brother's big gun head, and he brought a Nerf gun too, but it was a revolver, and we were playing Russian roulette, and we always like that idea of you're at like a Vietnamese prison or something, and you know they throw the revolver on the table and they go bang now, bang now. you have to like
Jesus.
shoot yourself, and we were doing it. It was intense. It was super intense, and dude, I shot myself in the throat with a Nerf gun.
Oh my god.
And it was funny. I was like, ah. And until the morning after, I woke up and the dangly thing that's swinging in the back of your throat, that thing swelled up. It was like a marble size, and I had to look at it. Dude, it was the size of one
terrible.
of those yellow Nerf balls.
Jesus
But yeah, so wouldn't suggest that part. But it's all for the good story. It was a good time. And then we went skiing and stuff. So I'm like, I'm on like hangover day 2. So finally feeling like myself again.
After
So,
day 2.
yeah. So, but it was fun, man. It was nothing but fun. I'm happy to be back in the swing of things.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Sounds like fun.
I can't tell too much about the party. So.
Some
But-
Diddy action going on?
No,
Just kidding.
no Diddy action. No Diddy action. Just some goat action.
Some goat action.
Just
I don't know
loud
which one's
goats.
worse though. Just kidding.
They're both symbols of Lucifer. I'll tell you that. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. But no, man, I'm excited to be back in the swing of things. What do you say we get the show rocking and rolling, huh?
Let's do it, bro.
Let's do it, baby. Well, we have a really great show for you guys tonight, as we do every single week. Please, everybody, welcome to the show When the Sun Sets.
Woo, woo.
What's going on, guys?
What up, guys?
Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to Hawk Wins. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
And I just have to really quickly say, you're an asshole for going with that monologue at the beginning, because that made me want to chime in like 13 different parts. And shout out to your brother Neil for taking that sweet chin music. Just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, baby.
Yeah.
He was seeing birds for sure. That was, man. And at one point, I had him over my shoulders spinning.
F5 style? Yeah.
Old school wrestling.
Oh, wrestling.
Well, enough of wrestling. What about you guys? Tell us a little bit about yourselves. You know what? For anyone who's never listened to your music before, tell them what kind of genre you guys are and what you guys are all about.
Yeah, so we classify ourselves as pop punk, but we're some kind of blend of pop punk, emo, alternative, rock. Somewhere in that wheelhouse. We all grew up on different things. Newfound Glory, Bayside bands like older school pop punk for like Rob. Ryan was like all like classic rock, So we've got like a nice blend of everything. I think pop punk is the easiest way to describe ourselves.
Yeah. Incorporate into pop punk. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like bands can't be one genre nowadays. I feel like you have to be a blend of something, because that's the only way you're going to stand out and not be lost, because there's such an oversaturation in the market. But so we try to mix it. Like, we even have some funk stuff. We have a little bit of Linkin Park in one of our new songs we're working on. We have a EDM. We kind of just do a little bit of everything. We try to do what we just love as ourselves, is what we would listen to, and if it's something that we dig, we're like, let's rock it.
Yeah, it's a lot that comes naturally. It's not just like, hey, we're trying to sound like this, sound like that, sound whatever. It's just like how I come from a different background than we all come from different backgrounds, and it's just like how it meshes is awesome, and it's just natural progression of promoting pop punk. So.
You guys got quite a message behind your music too. A lot of it is mental health awareness, suicide awareness. Can you touch a little bit on that, of the importance of delivering that through your songs?
Yeah, 100%. So the first single we ever put out was for a friend of mine that was going through something. It was really just supposed to be an acoustic song, and my friends and I wrote it for him, and it just turned into like a rock song. It was called The Wave, and so that song was just to get him through. And I was going through a lot myself. I started this band in high school, so it was just it was a great outlet for us at the beginning, and we realized music was that for us. It helped us get away from things. It helped us forget and get over things. So I think since that first single, it kind of just set up the mission itself for the band.
One of the things that we always want everyone to understand is that you're never alone. Like, sometimes, especially when you talk about how it's winter, seasonal depression kicks in. It's dark out early. You don't feel like doing anything. You kind of just want to stay in bed. But we definitely understand how difficult that is. And we just think that, you're never alone. We just want to make sure that we drive that home. If you ever need anything, come reach out to us. If we can't help you, we'll get you in touch with Hope for the Day, who's a partner of ours that we always try to make sure that everyone feels like they are part of something.
What is Hope for a Day?
They're a mental health organization, suicide prevention organization out of Chicago. I met them on a Warped Tour in 2018. So they just started handing out resource cards and wristbands and stuff like that, and they provide support in the form of classes. I think they have their own hotlines, as well as they can get you in touch with all the other hotlines.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I think they have connections with therapy, therapists and stuff like that. But they've just been such a huge positive force, especially in our scene for pop punk. So we met them kind of early on, and have been working together ever since.
Yeah, kind of going off that, I actually have a certification for mental health, kind of assistance. So that came from my last job. But yeah, I have. We all come from a different background with that, but we have that promoted the most is help, and it's fun. It's music. It's serious at times, but we're having fun with a serious kind of topic in a sense. So.
Now, what's the impact on that? Like, has anyone reached out to you and said, hey, this song really affected me? What are your fans saying about it?
I think in the recent months, since we've been pushing a lot more on social media, it's been, the response has been really, really wild to see. People that we've never met, we've never even seen their name pop across the screen, just saying, hey, this is my story, and this is how you helped me. And for just speaking for myself, that's why I got into music, because musicians are the reason that I'm still alive. Some of my favorite bands are the reason that I kept pushing. So yeah, lately it's a lot of people are coming into our DMs, and we absolutely love that. And we really we hope people keep doing that. We want to hear your stories. They matter, and you matter. So yeah.
Any of that stick out the most? Have you had anyone personally reach out to you?
I don't want to go into detailed stories on anything, because respecting people and whatnot. Ashley is one that's a huge person that has come to us for a lot of things, and she is an incredible person that we've dealt with. She's come out to she's come out to a show in Kansas City, I think, but she's always reaches out to us. She always promotes us. She always talks to us about everything, because anything that's going on with her, she comes to us, and we always talk through with her. And she is just a incredible individual, and the things that she's had to go through. And it's just shout out to Ashley. You always are in our heart.
I think that was my first tour too with you guys, the first round.
Maybe
second round. I used to be a fill-in,
it was a second round. Second round, yeah.
But no, that's where kind of,
yeah,
put the permanent, desire to be in this band. So that hits. So, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is crazy. Yeah, it's definitely crazy when you meet some of these people. You're like, oh, I've talked to you online, 40,000 messages. Then you meet them in person, and then the sweetest, kindest people you ever meet, and they give the best hugs, and they're just incredible individuals, and we are blessed to have met a lot of these people. So,
speaking of people reaching out to you, we do already have some comments. If you guys have some comments, you got any questions for the band, please leave it in the comments section below. We got Stevie Guns saying,
Stevie.
"Yo, love when the sun sets. Love them killer dudes." WTTS rocks. Thanks you, Anthony. Appreciate it.
And Stevie's got the best hair, and I hope he knows that. He has the best hair. He makes me happy every time I see him.
Hell yeah.
Stevie's saying you guys are fresh pop punk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love you,
Chris
brother.
knows it. Chris knows it.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys for the comments. If you got more, please go down in the comments below. Leave us some questions if you got any for the band.
Awesome.
Do you guys want to take us back to the beginning of your guys' band? How did it even start? Who initiated? What was that process like?
So I started the band when I was 17, which would be in 2017. I was in high school just playing covers and stuff at bars on an acoustic guitar. And like I said, we had some friends that would frequent my shows, and they had a son named Holden, and he was struggling. He was 12 or 13 at the time, and he was struggling with his own mental health. So like I said, when we kind of wrote this song together, I wrote it, as this acoustic song, and we were just gonna have this little backing band, like a Springsteen type deal, right? And so once we started playing it, we laid the song down. It just it was so clearly something pop punk, and so we just decided to roll with it. And I think from there, oh my gosh, I got off on a tangent. I'm starting to think
Nothing
about
wrong with
Holden. Yeah, Holden. So you want to help me out here? I was gonna tell a story, but I'm trying to figure out what.
Yeah. So
the initial.
I joined a little bit later in that, but Zach definitely one of the first songs I heard was "The Wave," and one of the refrains in it, and the bridge of it was "Hold on, be strong," and the comment was a play off of Holden's name, which kind of really hit me, and I was like, holy shit, like this is actually, like I got teary-eyed like one of the first times I heard like there was a couple songs that he had that I was like, this actually hits. And then it made me me and him start talking more, and then we kind of were like, hey, we both kind of have the same message. We kind of want to do a lot of that stuff. So,
Yeah, you jump started me there. Thank you, Rob. Sorry, I got off on a lot of feelings there. But yeah, so Dad, come see me. We wrote the song for Holden, and like unfortunately, a few years later, he committed suicide at 16. So like from the beginning, we knew this was about suicide awareness and mental health. But you know, that really inked the deal for us. That like there's no other reason to be doing this. You know, that's kind of what it's all about. So that's kind of where it started. Just in high school, trying to help somebody. Music was the outlet for that. So
That's cool. And when did you find all your members at the time?
At the time, we were all just in high school together. So this band, like much like a lot of bands, has had like a lot of swaps over the years. I started it when I was 17, so that was the average age. And as I grew up, the average age kind of grew up with me, So like not quite mature until we got to now. I'm 25 now, and I'm the youngest guy in the band now. So it's like we finally, a little over a year ago, we found Ryan. I've had Rob for 3.5 years. But yeah, I mean, we've got a solid group right now. I think the latest member, a month or two in?
3 months?
Yeah, but we were running fill-ins for about a year just to make sure we had the
I'm
right
a part
people.
of that, don't worry.
Real quick shout out to Adam and Ant. If you guys are listening, love you, brothers.
Who?
Could not make it.
Huh?
Who?
I never met him.
Who are they?
I actually came from a hardcore punk background, so that's how I met Zach.
Like Rise Against-ish kind of style.
Yeah, actually, hardcore punk, doing that. Zach was opening on acoustic, and I'm like, wow. His singing blew my mind, and my buddy, who's actually now in the band, who's Rhythm, he's like, yeah, talk to Zach. He's like, he knows a lot of connections, whatever, and I started talking to him, and we hit it off right away, and then, kind of just worked his way out, and, now I'm here. So, but, yeah, no, it's like, I got, it was the message is clear, and that's what's kind of hits the most, and that's where I wanted to, go and kind of promote and be a part of. So.
And you said you were filling in on tours for them for a minute?
Poorly at first, but
You're not wrong.
No, it was terrible. I'm looking at old videos. I'm like, wow.
Ooh.
No, I was with them. I probably
Your
August.
first tour was October.
October, yeah. It was the 2 dates. It was Louisville and
Nashville.
yeah.
And then it rolled over to March, where we did one last show, and I'm like, yep, this is what I want to do. So it was I'm still figuring out my old band and like doing this and doing my own thing, and it was just like it fits. It's like it's a good feeling. It's you see the response, and it makes you want to be a part of this. And fans, you guys like us in the band, like it's like everyone wants to be a part of this message, and it really truly is significant. So.
And where do you come in? How did you come in the band?
So, awkwardly enough, if anyone still uses Facebook,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, shout out.
Shout
Anyway, okay, whatever. So Zach put out a post that they were looking for a bass player, just kind of looking someone to fill in here and there. I had my band at the time that was we were taking a hiatus. One of our guys was moving to Nashville, a couple other things. And then I was like, yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll fill in here and there. And then it was like, yeah, you want to meet? We met for 2 beers, I think, at
the diviest bar.
Yeah, one of the diviest bars. It was a dive because the cops came and broke it up.
I was fresh.
No, I'm not gonna. The cops this is out in the burbs, and the cops came out and literally were checking everyone's ID, and I was like, this is.
Yeah, and I'm a fresh 21. They're like, I'm like, dude.
And then I come in, and it was just.
Oh yeah, and I met him by Zach, because Zach lives out way far northwest, and I live out kind of. The South Burbs, and they're like, "Oh, you're coming from a far distance. What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, here we go, getting arrested, John. I'm joining a new band." But yeah, basically, we kind of started talking. We kind of realized a lot of our goals and ideals lined up, and we said, "Screw it, let's do this." And then a week later, we wrote the first song together that me and him did, which was "Memory" off of our first EP, together.
Oh yeah. What's your guys' writing process like? Is there a main songwriter? Do you guys write it as a unit? How does that work?
Yeah, I'd say it's changed significantly over the years. We definitely try to have everybody as involved as they can be. I think just for simplicity, since like I started it at 17, I usually we'll start some of the songs at my house and we'll shop them to everybody, and then everybody else will come over. We'll all demo together. Everybody will try to get as much of their ideas in as possible so we can collab, and then we will throw it to our producer Roy, who's like kind of our secret band member, because he will take these songs and it'll be completely different by the time we're done, and
Gotcha.
it's always in the best way. So
Yeah.
Especially very different than when I come and produced.
Yeah.
I'm 92 years old at heart. So
He really is. He's 29, but the inverse of it, literally.
but hand him an iPhone and you'll see.
I'm learning. Yeah. I actually didn't know where the link was to this, because that's just like I'm the old guy.
He actually still sends text messages by smoke signal.
Yeah.
So.
No, absolutely.
Do you have a carrier pigeon
I
and
got
stuff?
it. Yeah,
He
no,
does.
I have a whole field in the backyard. Dude. It's awesome. No, it's but no, it's like I'm learning this and that. We have like a drive that we all put everything in, and any ideas that come through, we throw it, throw it through, and it kind of just builds up from there. But right now, yeah, we're kind of just focused on the one idea right now. But they're there, in the drive, so we can always go back and hear my awesome recording.
Yeah, like I said, we'll all throw a bunch of, whether it's like a 15-second or a 1 minute long clip of a song. We'll throw it into the drive, and like everybody will listen on their own and be like, all right, what's hitting you guys, and like a lot of the time you'll have overlapping answers there, so that's super cool. Then you kind of know which one you want to write
Yeah,
next.
it's pretty open to the creative process, so everyone has a say, pretty much. So
It's actually almost getting too difficult to pick out what we want to do next because we have like 24 starts of things. We're like, oh, we like this. Let's try this. Let's try that. So we have a lot going on with it. So it's almost becoming like where do we go next? Because they're all different. Like some of them are more pop punk. Some of them are a little bit more rock. Some of them are a little bit more pop. Like it's just, we have a bunch of different ideas and all of them are hitting us and we all try to put our little spin on it and it's coming out really cool, at least in our opinion.
yeah, you get a lot of different backgrounds in it. It kind of gives more of a, creative. I don't know what I want to say. Like
Outlet.
Yeah, but like it's like all over the place. But it meshes well.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we all, you can tell like where these different, backgrounds come from, and it's really cool, and it totally works, and it's like on top of the message. It's cool process to be a part of. So
Yeah, I think a perfect band like that follows that is like Magnolia Park. They're not like one genre. They do like heavier stuff. They do lighter stuff. They just write what they want to write. So that's awesome.
Shout out to Bring Me the Horizon as well because they kind of do the same thing because they've gone from being that very screamo core to metal to pop to they run that gamut and they've done it well. So.
Dude, hell yeah. Friggin' Bring Me the Horizon has started off as like this really like intense like screamo band, and now you hear them. You'd never like any fan of Bring Me the Horizon now. You listen to like their first stuff back in the day, they'll be like, "What the fuck is this? This isn't the guy
that's
on
how I
TV."
respond. I'm like, I love the screamo.
Yeah, a lot of those older bands.
I like the new stuff too. It's kinda cool,
Well, and the craziest thing is I was actually watching a video of them doing live for Sempiternal when they did that album. That record was actually done on 6-string guitars. And I was like,
No
some
way.
of this is deep as hell. How did you not do a 7-string on this? Like, okay, like it's incredible. Like they are fantastic musicians, and I can't say enough positive about them. So
Their original album, their first album was All in Drop B.
yeah,
They used to play it on a 6-string.
yeah, which is nuts
Yeah,
to me.
like
You're dropping, God.
like how do strings not fucking like so
Literally, if you
wobbly?
did a slow motion, you're just gonna see a wobble. Looks like spaghetti strings out
That's
there.
fucking hilarious. Are there any other influences that you guys are influenced by with your music to make music?
Oof.
I'd say like
a lot. I mean,
if you had to break the band down by 3 influences, I'd be like from Rob's repertoire, the modern pop or the classic pop punk, either Newfound Glory or Bayside.
Yeah.
From me, it would either be like Fall Out Boy or State Champs. Ryan, I think you're the
Hair metal, Guns N' Roses.
Hair metal,
What do you
Guns
want
N'
me to say
Roses, there you
Yeah,
go.
that's for
Dude, don't get him started, Guns N'
That
Roses.
probably won't be
we will not have
Guns N'
another
Roses.
conversation outside Guns N' Roses.
See how I separated like hair metal and Guns N' Roses? 'Cause
Yeah, they're their own entity.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
well,
They have their
I
own
come from
genre.
a way different background, but I like their. It's cool. Fuses. Musical fusion, you know.
Old school, new school.
Exactly.
How'd you guys go about like your recording process? Did you guys do it at home, a studio?
Yeah, so we've been recording with the same producer out in Hammond, Indiana, right over the state line. His name's Roy Robley. So
Shout
we've
out
been
Roy.
Yeah,
Shout out Roy, yeah.
we've been working with him since 2019. No, 2020.
I think with his first was one I did with you. Was that the first song?
Yeah, 2020, 2021,
Yeah.
around there, and we haven't worked with anybody since. Our old producer had moved states, and they were shutting that studio down, so we were shopping new people, and we came across Roy, and his work just, like, stunned us. He worked on, like, a lot of bands that we loved when we got into pop punk, like Belmont, and so, like, we were like, you know what, let's give it a try, and, 3 years later, here we are, so...
He's an unofficial member.
100%, yeah.
100%. He brings us up to the next level. He always pushes us to and challenges us to try things that we wouldn't have thought of trying in other aspects. So it's really cool. He definitely understands what we're like trying to go for, and it's actually a really beautiful thing how he does it.
Yeah,
so.
especially me coming from I come from a blues rock background, and just a different technique. And I always love pop punk. I always love this music, but it's like I've never played it. I always wanted to shred, quote unquote, and just very blues style. And then to go in there and to be like totally alternating, I'm totally changing my entire everything I've ever known for 20 years of playing guitar. It's like, no, we're going this way. We're doing this. It's like it helps you. It keeps you focused. It keeps you kind of sharp. It keeps you sharp on every music genre in a sense. So definitely, yeah, he definitely challenges me, but he also that's what I like, and it's I want to be better. I want to be the best I can be, and for the band and us, and yeah, it's cool to see. I listen to all these different genres, and to have this one that I've never really knew there was a lot of. It's actually technique. There's a lot of a lot of going into it in terms of learning. I'm rambling now, but no, there's way more to it than I thought in guitar. It's not just simplistic ideas.
In Royisms, simple, repetitive, consistent. So he when you go in the studio, he's like, hey, keep it simple, keep it consistent, keep it repetitive. So that way you just get the same take every time. So.
I'm new to the student. It's my first semester.
It's a go.
But I got it, man. It taught me a lot. Even just hearing that. Go ahead, dude. Sorry.
You're good. To go back to Roy, I think the difference with him is he's not. It is transactional, right? It's always going to be transactional. He's providing a service, but he puts his heart into it. It's not just all right, these are my presets. I'm gonna throw this compressor on. And I'm gonna throw this track in the master as the reference track, and we're good to go. It's the same song every time you put it out. No, it's every song is different, and he pulls from different influences every time. We have one song with a saxophone, so it's super cool. He'll pull from all different creative outlets, which is awesome when a lot of us are just focused on writing pop punk at the beginning. It helps to
And I think that's what differentiates a good producer from a bad producer. No matter what project you're doing, I'm gonna 100% put in my all instead of just having, like you said, presets and then just slapping them onto whatever song.
Yeah. This song cool. is its own, piece of artwork.
And it helps enhance the meaning too behind our whole, we're promoting in a sense, quote unquote. But yeah, no, he's good, and we're all learning from it. Me especially. So.
Every day's a new opportunity to learn something.
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly one of my life credos. I guess you go ahead. If you're not learning something new every day, you're not living life. So,
I'm into that.
Yeah,
that's new. I never heard that from you.
It's the first time. It's the first time for everything.
I've never heard that in my life.
Exactly.
That's new to,
Because you
that's
haven't
new
learned
to me.
something new yet.
That's new
You
to
heard
me.
it here, and Hawk wins first, guys.
There you go.
It starts today, boys.
Get out.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
Now, how did you guys? When and where and how did you come up with the name When the Sun Sets?
It's kind of anticlimactic. I was just like, my friend and I were sitting down. I think he was like teaching me how to restring a guitar or something. And I showed him the song we had just written, and he's like, well, you're going to need a band name. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. And so he like pulled up Facebook and like made a brand new page. And he's like, all right, well, we got to figure it out. And I was like, well, how about like As the Sun Sets? And so he looked it up and was like, can't do it, man. It's already a punk band from the 90s. I'm like, he's like, well, what about When the Sun Sets? And I was like, yeah, sure. Okay. And so like, that's where it started. But I think the meaning for us really, it didn't like take shape until a couple years in, when we really like saw the direction with the mental health and everything. When the sun sets is like nighttime. A lot of people get into their thoughts, you know, especially people that don't sleep very well. So that's like, it's a time where you can take and reflect on all the stuff that's going on in your personal life. So, but yeah, it just started as just a recommendation.
It's when you deal with your demons.
Yeah,
if you will.
it was funny about that is like I was in I think we're on 2 tours already with the. By March, I think you said like, you know why we're called When the Sun Sets? I'm like, I'm just happy to play this music. I'm happy to be a part of these awesome guys. And he told me that, and I'm like, I've been saying like, yeah, when the sun, like when it gets dark, it gets, you know, you're alone or this, like whatever. Like it's always like the worst time, statistically as well. But Rob told me, and you know Zach as well, and I'm like, oh, blew my mind, right? And then I'm like, yeah, I'm totally in, done. And that's like by March, I'm like, yeah, I'm part of the band, I'm 100% in, because I'm like, that's awesome. I've been saying that forever, and I didn't realize that. I was like, yeah, I'm just in a sun band. I don't know, I'm just kidding. but to be a part of that, I mean, that's what really sold me, like realizing like they're promoting what I've always believed my whole life anyway. So here we are. But yeah, it's cool. Cool. A cool ass name, you know. I try to filter myself.
You gotta just full send it, buddy. You just gotta
full send.
hit that gas
I'm
pedal.
professional right now.
You could drop an F-bomb just to get it out of the way if you do.
Frick.
Oh, frick.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, see,
There we go.
Frick yeah.
This is YouTube, baby.
Yeah, this YouTube, baby. Let's go.
You know, speaking of YouTube, and you were talking about the Facebook page of getting that up off the ground. You know, a lot of bands that we interviewed, they talk about the importance of content creation and really doing that, because it's so true that bands aren't just bands now; they're marketing guys, they're filmmaking.
It's a business, really. You know.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of things did you guys have to learn and overcome along the way of making content and reaching out to new audiences?
I think every day is a journey with it. But I started doing it in college, just learning like marketing and social media itself. And nothing from college is what got us where we're at right now. It was all the trial and error. So, I mean, if you're a band and you're wondering like, should I even put a video out? Take the time. Like the quality's not going to be there right away. Just get the videos out and like, get them how you like them. You know, I think for us, it took me over a year to get like a process down. But now we post like almost daily on that stuff. And like finding new people on there, it's hard to think when you see a couple thousand views that you're like, oh, am I really reaching anybody? Like it's only 1,000 or it's only 800. But you multiply that by like hundreds of videos. And then you're like, oh, wow, like I actually can reach a lot of people. I think just consistency is key with that.
It's definitely been a journey for me to learn as well. I'm the oldest member of the band, and when I was doing bands, it was MySpace. Like, that's why you're promoting. You're like, oh, my top 8 and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? But
Shout out Tom.
And CD sales.
yeah, right.
CD sales too.
Yeah,
right?
it was CD sales and stuff like
Vinyl
that. It wasn't even about
records.
streams. Like I don't even know if Spotify really existed. Like it was like, oh, Pandora back when I was, you know what I mean? When I first started really doing. Yeah. So it's definitely been a process for me to learn how to change some of like what's how the market changes, and it literally changes probably every 6 to 12 months, like on how you have to approach it, which is insane.
Yeah.
But it's definitely an experience, and you learn a lot.
I'd say no one's more on top of his or ours, I should say, our content numbers more than Rob, you know. And like for me, I'm 92 years old, quote unquote, and I'm just learning. Like I took a lesson with Zach how to do a lot of posting. I'm very old school. I'm very new to this whole thing, but then I got like cool ideas and you know, entertaining ideas or whatever, and everyone's like, "Oh, you go post this." I'm like, you know, I didn't know that was a thing, really. I'm just old school since birth, so apparently. But no, you know, it's like I've been learning. And the same thing with Rob. Like, we're all learning. We're all kind of developing what we can to promote. But there's some are better than others, I will say. You know, that's where I'll leave that, you know, in a good way, not a bad way. But
And what are some ways to use it to your advantage? You know, like is there kind of a rhyme and reason that you would maybe recommend to up and coming bands of ways to create content?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it was it started on the cell phone. So the three of us are really what started our big social media push. A little over a year ago, we just had my girlfriend took my cell phone. We picked a different town, different location, and we would just spend 2 hours together. And so we'd have a Bluetooth speaker, and we're just singing along to the songs. Different locations, we're coming up with funny skits. Oh, you're going to fall over. Like, we come out of there with about 10 or 12 videos, and it's like, wow, like, this was 2 hours of work. And, like, granted, like, editing is going to take a little bit of time. But the shooting is, like, what people try to avoid most is, like, oh, we don't want to get together. It's going to take too long. And then it's like you get together, and it's just 2 hours, you know? So we have the tools on our smartphones nowadays. Like, that's where I edit all of our stuff. That's the perfect place to start shooting your stuff. Just a smartphone.
yeah, it's kind of like we don't like script it out. I don't. I'm the most random in the band. But like just I'm like, oh, what if I do this? What if I do that? Like, you'll see our videos. I'm always like the weirdo in the background, or but like I'm a humor kind of goofy guy in sense. So, but like we don't really like have a plan. So when it doesn't go to plan, we don't worry. Like, we just say, hey, let's go here. Oh, that looks cool. Boom. Let's do the same thing we've been doing over here. Okay, cool. 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe max that we spent on it, and we just have so much content that we could take on for a month or 2 months to kind of like, you know, work on. Each video is different, you know. So, and again, I'm new to the video stuff. So, I actually found out there's a camera on my phone. Did you know that?
Kind of going off what Ryan's saying.
Minus the camera.
Minus the camera part.
He doesn't have a camera on his phone. What do you got? An iPhone 10?
He's got the flip phone. He's got a
Got a
Motorola.
Razor scooter.
No, the old school Nokia Razor back in the day. Kind of going off what Ryan said though is, don't like have a plan, but don't worry about how it's going to be like, oh, that looks stupid or whatever. Like, people love that shit half the time. They're like, oh, they're just trying to be funny. Like, go for it. Like, something you think is maybe not as quote unquote cool, like, other people are gonna be like, oh, I love this. So don't overthink it. Just kind of do what comes natural and just have fun with it, kind of.
Get started and have some fun with it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That's what it's about, yeah. Music wise and content wise, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just about having fun and just enjoying each other and like looking forward to it. So
Yeah.
Now, when you guys are out performing, do you have any sort of pre-show rituals that you like to do? How are you guys warming up? Do you do any sort of weird sacrificial ritual by candlelight?
I go and hide is my point. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I like to kind of get in the mindset of going to, like, it's showtime kind of thing. You know, it's like showtime, let's go. But I do kind of like to stretch. I do my workouts, you know. Sounds cooler than it does coming out of my mouth. But no, we do that. I hide. They can't find me ever most of the time.
Yeah.
But I'm here. I'm there. I swear. Mentally I'm there. But no, that's probably that. It's like, it doesn't take too long. But yeah, I don't know. What's your show ritual? I know we do that.
I don't think we have one as a band.
Yeah, we don't have.
Everybody's got their
I
own
fist
thing.
bump everybody beforehand.
Like that.
It's-
That's
yeah.
kind of when we're on stage. The show's kind of already started. But
Yeah.
like before, if there's a backstage ritual, everybody's like, I'll do vocal warm-ups. These two like liquor.
No, I don't. I
Hardly-
hardly, talking
hardly
about.
know her.
I've never drank a drop of liquor in my life.
So, yeah, we kind of.
Hardly
But
know
yeah,
her.
when we get on stage, definitely
No.
like fist bumps.
I
And,
think more like
love yous.
personal, yeah. Like it's a more personal. Like for me, I have one, but as a band, we're just like, let's go.
I mean, we all stretch a little bit here and there, but besides that, I feel
Yeah,
like
I-
it's just kind of like, let's have fun.
Yeah,
I stretch. I stretch. I stretch. Hold on. I'm too old.
Stretch
My
your
back
arms
hurts when I
out.
across
stretch.
the bar table to grab
Yeah. I do stretch across the bar to make sure I grab a beer before we go on. But, yeah.
That,
well, pay for
if you're
one.
considering that stretching,
That is stretching.
You do a
I have
lot
to
of
stretch
stretching.
across
Man,
the
you
bar.
are
Stretch
like
across
the
the bar.
stretching master.
Exactly.
you might be a yogi with that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
I mean,
Hey, just because I can reach down into the well, okay?
I'm just saying.
In that case, I stretch every single night, guys.
Yeah, he stretches
Exactly.
both arms too. Oh,
Jay
crap.
gets it.
He goes 2 at a time.
We did just get a really great comment here. Gary Gallegos wanted to say shout out to Dunker. Any plans for a new EP this year? Maybe even on vinyl?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's Grayson Gallegos. Yeah.
Thanks for the comment, Gray.
Yeah, we are definitely talking about vinyls. We got to get a release date solidified, but yeah, vinyls they're gonna be on there.
Well, I guess that we kind of talk about, we have a record that we're going to put out this year.
Ooh.
Well, Grayson.
You were
knows
supposed to
that.
say that.
No. We don't have a final, like, when it's coming out, but we are putting a record out this year. It's going to be our first full length as a band, so we're really excited about putting that out. We've had a lot of singles leading up to it. We have a couple more, or 1 or 2 more, I think we're releasing to kind of kick it off, but that's something we're really excited about. Zach, I don't know if you want to say anything more on that, or how much you want to give
Yeah,
up.
I mean, since you segued us so naturally.
Try.
Yeah, since you. Yeah, I mean, we've been cutting this record for about 2 years now. So we're definitely not like going to rush at the last stage to get it out. We're telling people summer. That's generally May through August, somewhere in there. But yeah, we're gonna have a couple new songs on there, and then, in what is that? Just about 6 weeks, roughly, on the 20th of March, we're dropping a cover. I guess we can drop it here, right?
Yeah, let's go for
Yeah,
it.
we're doing. I had some help, Post Malone and Morgan Wallen.
Ooh,
So we're doing
nice.
like a
Oh,
pop
yeah.
punk cover, kind of like reimagining it.
A little
Or
chuggies
design,
chuggies
yeah.
mixed in with it, a little,
Yeah.
you know, a
The
little
When the
double
Sun
time.
Sets version. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we decided last year, like we did one cover for a compilation. We did a Blink-182 cover, and I think we decided, like, you know what, we're going to do once a year, like, we're not going to do them all the time, but, like, it is so fun. Like, it is really fun to take a song that you've fallen in love with and, like, dissect it and rebuild it in your genre.
Well,
Play
it-
yourself too, like how I play, like or how we
Yeah,
all play,
exactly.
how we all sing, how we all, it's the same song, but it's just different.
It's you.
Yeah,
Well,
creative ideas. So.
I think what's crazy about it is we took a song that Blink-182 put out in the '90s. We did M&M's back then, and I was like, oh, it's gonna it's just a cover song, whatever. And there's like 200,000 streams out. I'm like, oh, people seem to like it. Maybe we should even play this now. Actually, now, so it's kind of been fun to kind of do that with another song, especially a more modern song. And make it a little bit more of our own, because Blink, it's kind of hard to take M&M's and turn that into like your own. Like we did like here and there, but it's Blink-182. It sounds pop punkish, but Morgan Wallen and Post Malone are definitely not pop punk. So
You almost blanked there, bud.
I know I did. I was like, Oreos,
Oh, actually,
because he has the Post Malone.
that was a cool.
Yeah, I think the Blink song, it was
Anyway.
cool because it's such an old song that we were able to. I think the question that I always had when I was listening to that song was like, what would this sound like in today's studios?
Like
like,
refreshed.
because I always would think like, I love this song, but I'm like, the recording quality is kind of like, you know what I mean? And then I listen back to my old stuff and I'm like, they were way better than ours. Come on now.
It's kind of cool how it goes with the times too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for me, I listen to 18, 20. I'm just kidding. No, like I go really way far back, like in terms of blues and everything. But it's like to hear the different types of recordings and the sounds, and like I come from a huge. That's why my brain's all over the place all the time. But it's like to hear different genres and like the decades really. It's kind of cool to like incorporate that same sound and some ideas coming out with that kind of idea there. But yeah, I know it's like creativity is we're all over the place with that, so it's kind of cool. So freedom to do so.
I also think it's a little crazy because if you know any history of Blink-182, they literally went and recorded that whole album. Like, I think it was 16 tracks in a week. They were like, "Hey, let's just go in the studio. Let's record this all. This is what studio time we have." And you could tell like some of the stuff was like, "Hey, they messed up here." Like, but they just kept it on the record because they didn't have the time to go back and redo it. And like some of it sounds like it's not on click either. So it's interesting and it's fun to see how it's progressed.
Yeah, the whole process in general too. Like they used to have the whole band in there recording live or using different type of techniques there, but now it's kind of individual, but it comes together still. So that's the coolest aspect about that. So.
Oh yeah.
And a punk cover really slaps too. There's so many really good ones on YouTube and on Spotify right now. What's that one? Punk Rock Factory.
Oh yeah,
really great Disney ones. It's always cool.
I had a feeling you're gonna bring that up. I don't know why.
I look like that kind of
Disney.
guy.
I know.
Well, you know what's messed up is I had a band back in like early 2000s that we were talking with Fearless, and I was like, I think you guys should do a Disney. A Pop Goes Disney, and they're like, it'll never sell. That's what they told me, and then Punk Rock Factory comes out, and it's like, oh hey, now it's
30 years later.
huge. So it's fun.
Do you think it's more of a nostalgia thing that people really like to feel something that's, like you said, older, pull it into the newer generation?
I think we all have, like they always say, like around like that early age of like 12 to 15, it's like whatever you listen there, that's what sticks with you forever. That's what you resonate with. So it's like the nostalgia's for sure that's coming back. It's always been a thing though. I just think it's more promoted now through the media channels. But it's like you listen to an old song from you remember the drink you were drinking in 2002, or like what you did that day. Like it's like this song always reminds me of summer of So it definitely is coming back more. I think more and more with that kind of concept because you can't resist it. It's like it's natural. It's like everyone has that same reaction. So it hits everyone, differently. But
yeah, to your point, I think pop punk is like that kind of genre. Like I think probably at least once a show we have somebody come up and they're like, "Wow, this reminds me of when I was in high school," and it's like it's weird because we could be 30 years apart in age, and I feel the exact same way. So it's like there's something about this genre that just brings people back, like
because there's no the message is just I don't know. It's never been it's always been positive. Like look at all the early 2000 movies. Like
yeah, it could be the angst when you're in high school too.
And you're that age. You're watching these early 2000s movies. It always opens up with
the same, pacifier movies.
Yeah,
like that,
everything is just
punk.
all that, and it's like you just it goes to your childhood, or it goes to your. It just reminds me of a simpler time in a sense. I know we're not that old yet, but
Thanks for pointing at me.
But we're sorry, I didn't mean to bump you there. But we're not that old yet. But I feel like this is like a natural thing, anywhere in any lifetime, anywhere. It's like everyone's like, oh, remember when? They always reminisce. So nostalgia is key, and it's awesome that it's coming back. Like this is fun music. Like it's always been a part of us. So. Yeah.
I think it's definitely what you said, that simpler time, that when things were easier, when things were happier. As we got older, when you get older, you have more responsibilities. You're like, being an adult sucks. Like, let's go back to when I could just hang out with my friends and skateboard and maybe smoke some weed. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
pop punk and pizza, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Or donuts in our case.
Do you guys remember those Pop Goes Punk
Absolutely.
Love that.
Oh yeah.
I love that stuff.
Speaking of nostalgia, if they can bring those back, that would be
for
awesome.
real.
I think Fearless is trying to, from what I hear, but we'll see, because that would be a dope.
Yeah. No, I think covers are that's another thing too. There's even with look at the movie scene or the whole industry is kind of repeating.
It's remakes.
It's kind of making new ideas of that. So it's kind of cool to hear someone else's version of a song or a different version of the movie or whatever. And but yeah, it still brings you back. We're like, oh, this is pretty good. They always done covers though. They never promoted it as much as I've seen now. So, but it's been fun. It reminds you when you used to learn all these people's songs when you're learning how to play guitar, but you're making it your own. It's kind of a cool mesh from childhood to now. So At least for me, but it's kind of cool. Like,
It's a nice.
definitely-
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there's definitely that audience for it nowadays.
Yeah,
too. But what were you
it's
saying?
a nice way to like hear the songs on the radio in a different
Yeah.
way, especially like back then. It's like, man, like they are really exhausting these same 5 songs all day,
Yep.
It's like, all right, let's go listen to the compilation and see what they've done with it,
True.
Right.
So sometimes you'll find like a cover that you like better than the original.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple questions here. Steezy Boy Drums commented.
That's our drummer.
Oh yeah, that's your drummer.
What's up, man?
What's up, Steezy Boy? Why are you called Steezy Boy? Leave us down a comment in the section.
He has that question of himself. I'm just kidding.
That's a question to
He
himself.
has his
Yeah.
own
Yeah, he
question.
has his own question.
Why am I called?
Why
this?
am I Steezy
Yeah.
Boy?
He said, please
quiz.
say as I type. Quote.
And I quote.
Thanks for the comment, Steezy. Steezy wanted to know what's each of your favorite songs that are released
In the world or
of your songs. WT.
Oh, like us. It wasn't that clear. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Zach. Give him a
I'd
hard
say
time.
just it's always the new stuff with me. So I'd say probably Undertow, our most recent one. That's also like a super big song that drives home the message that we are going for. So
Yeah, I mean, like for me, it's like there some songs like actually like it sold me on this band. There's Dear Diary, but like I love playing Search on Sunrise. I have that. I play with the sax in the back, and it's just fun. It's like it was a challenge. I spent a lot of time getting it exact, and I love that's probably my favorite song right now. So just a lot of different things to do there. So
For me, it's hard to say. I really love Ceiling. I love the message behind Ceiling. It was actually one of the first songs that I heard from this band that's made me kind of join the band. But if it's songs that I was part of writing, because that was before my time, I might probably say Home Run. It was just a cool one we did. It was a lot of fun to write. It has some different chunky parts. I love that chorus. It's just one of those things that definitely hits me. And I mean, who doesn't love baseball?
nice.
So
A lot of people.
We did just find out Steezy stands for Style with Ease, baby.
ooh,
Baby.
Baby boy drummer.
you sweet baby boy.
Sweet baby boy.
We also got another one from Gray commenting again. WTTS has done collabs with the home team, and definitely maybe. Are there any plans for more? Any dream collabs that you guys have, perhaps?
We're gonna do a shout out real quick to 408 because we also did a song with them. We don't want to leave them leaving out, but yeah, we got a couple coming out.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll spill the beans yet. I think there's definitely still bucket list bands though that we have. I think probably three to five that we could think of right now that we'd love to just hop on a song.
We can tell you that at least 2 other songs on the record that haven't been released will have features as well. We don't know.
It's the Rolling Stones.
Ryan, you weren't supposed to say
weren't
that
supposed
yet.
to say
You signed an NDA, brother.
Sorry.
Collab
Dude,
with
we're all
Fallout
going
Sorry,
Boy.
Mick.
Jesus gonna outlive all of us.
We are all going to jail right now.
Yeah, they're coming. I hear the footsteps.
Are there any dream collabs that you guys would like to make, though?
Man.
You guys want to just
That's
go
a
with our
huge
favorite?
Yeah, let's everyone
Keep
go
it
with
simple.
Yeah.
I'd go for myself. It'd be Magnolia Park.
Dang, put me last. I don't know, Rob. You go. Wow.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say 2 different ones. There's a hip hop artist named Ren out of the UK, who is a phenomenal. He does everything because he does a little bit of basking with. He does some acoustic stuff. He is phenomenal. I think it would be an amazing person, and every song he puts out just kills it. But then if we want to go with kind of in the genre, I'm going a little bit more old school. I want Buddy from Census Fail. I would love to do something with Buddy. I think he's a great songwriter, and I think his energy would be something that we could do some dope shit with.
Hell yeah.
What about your One Rage?
Well, most collabs are not with us anymore that I would want to. I'm just kidding. I honestly,
Run it.
like,
Def
I'm not so
Leppard?
much in like the trendy stuff, you know. I'm like, I think
Like
it's
Janis Joplin.
It's like yeah, Janis Joplin. That's my answer. No, but like I look at listen. I'm like, oh, is that like an IPA? No, it's like I'm old. I'm telling you. No, I'm kidding. But I honestly, I love that we're doing this Post Malone. Morgan Wallen kind of thing, the collab, not collab, but like the cover. Like I really do like Post Malone a lot. I'm not too into like the new stuff. I guess I'm just not caught up on it enough. You know, I live in under a rock. So, but no, I think Post would be the coolest thing in the world. I think he's the coolest guy in the world. So, it's besides saying all the other heroes of guitar that I could say, but you know, as a band, that'd be the coolest thing in the world. He's a good dude. So
Throw it in the universe.
Also, just really quick, Spencer from Ice Nine Kills, I think would be a dope. Yeah, like they're doing some really sick. God, I've been on a binge and I already got tickets for their shows when they come into May, so I'm excited for that. Sorry.
Yeah. Brian Rack could be cool too. We like that.
I know. Great Ronnie.
Definitely Ronald would be.
Yeah, Ronald. I don't want Ronnie. I want Ronald.
I want Ronald.
Yeah, I want Ronald on that.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I saw that he was beefing. I don't know how. It looked pretty real when I looked at it. It looks like he was trying to beef with 408, which is kind of funny, on Instagram.
Jesus.
And then so they like posted the comment on another reel, and it got bigger. It's just like he's helping.
I mean, he's trying to be.
Maybe he's doing that on purpose.
He'll
you know?
beef with anyone, dude.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it is to bring traction
Yeah.
to people.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I'm gonna start some beef just
It
because
works.
I know it's gonna bring
I'm
traction.
bored.
Yeah, I'm bored.
It works, and we're
Just a
talking about it.
Sunday.
You know?
Well, and I love it because people like look at him. They're like, "Oh, he's such a dick," and I'm like, "You realize that he does this because because of how you're acting. He is probably a super nice guy,
Publicity
and
is
you just are like,
publicity,
oh, hey, he's a dick because he did this." And like, no, he just knows that's going to give him more views and more money.
Yep.
Yeah, and if he's gonna roast you and you get him back good, I feel like he's the type of guy that'd be like, all right, bro, you got me.
Yeah,
like,
good one, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Respect to him, very much
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Can we talk about tour? What's one thing, one non-musical thing that you guys would need to pack on tour and you guys can't go without?
Whoa.
so. That's a
Come on,
God.
Ryan. I can think of 5
Jay,
for you
that
already,
is a
dude.
great question.
A garbage bag.
could be like that.
Leave 'em in. Yeah, cheese pills for
Cheese,
sure.
cheese pills for him. For him,
When
he's
you turn
lactose
30,
intolerant.
near 30, you get lactose something. I don't know what it is. I'm so bad. at it.
Everybody's lactose intolerant. Come on now.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining my.
I'd say the massage gun.
Oh, massage.
I got that
Definitely.
That's a good move.
Everything you're answering is probably everything I have in my trunk right now.
So mine's a little bit weird, but the band, everybody in the band understands it. So I have hyperhidrosis, so I hand sweat just in general more than anybody else you ever meet on the planet. I bring towels for every show. I bring multiple for tours so I can make sure that I get somewhat dry. But yeah, I definitely need towels.
Anyway,
And for backstage shenanigans, of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, but handle of vodka, handle of Fireball. Sorry.
we bring our
Cocaine.
smiles. That's my favorite thing to bring. Let me
Oh,
tell you,
yeah.
smiles my favorite. So
Yeah.
Good answer, Rage.
you make it lead.
Nailed it.
And a pillow.
Singer.
You always need a pillow. I don't care where you're staying. Bring a pillow.
Rob, yeah, you do definitely.
I always bring a pillow.
I usually lay on.
Yeah,
it,
or
but
if you're a
Rob's-
guitarist, bring the other guitarist so you can use each other as pillows.
or
Absolutely.
just
He does.
leave me back at bring another guy. So,
You and Ant just use each other as pillows.
bring cash. We always go to gas stations too.
Yeah.
So
Cash.
Bring cash.
Bring
What
cash. You
kind
can
of
lay
tip
it. You
is
can
that?
sleep on it.
Smile's still my favorite.
Hey kids, if you're going on tour, you know what? One thing, bring cash.
we're gonna smile though every morning.
There we go, cash and a smile.
A cash and a smile.
I'll
Sounds
get
like
you
a
out of
radio
here.
show.
And a pillow there.
Yeah, cash is.
Cash, smile, and pillow. Put it in the pillowcase. You can't forget it. Anyway.
Maybe some kitty litter in case you get caught in the
Yes,
snow.
Exactly.
you know?
Especially in the Midwest.
Dude, you're
eh?
describing my trunk right now. I got I got things that would give me.
He's like, I got a whole litter box in the trunk.
There's a whole cat. I
a whole
swear.
cat.
There's one whole cat in here.
It's not alive, but it's there.
Well, it's still a cat.
It's
It was
Schrodinger's
there
cat.
when I bought
It's
the
Schrodinger's
car.
cat. It's in the box. We don't know if it's alive or dead yet. We'll find out
It came with the
We'll,
car.
we'll
yeah.
be right back.
after these commercial breaks.
We got to go check on that cat.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, anyway.
I gotta look at my car real quick.
Anyway.
You know, the comment section here is blowing up. We're getting a lot of really great questions.
Awesome.
If you guys want to keep them coming, you're going to put me out of a job here, but we appreciate it. Chloe Burns wanted to know, she says, HAII, hi.
Hi.
Love you guys. What other hobbies do you have outside of music?
Zach is an
yeah.
awesome gamer at COD. No. Don't be modest. Literally, the man
anymore,
will go
Robbie.
like and murk 4 or 5 dudes, and I'm like, where are you? I don't even know. I'm a mile and a half behind you trying to run up on him.
Maybe 3 years ago.
No,
Maybe
dude,
3
you're
years
really
ago.
good at COD. Very good.
Like
at
the
COD.
fish.
Yes,
Like
he's
you're
really
like,
good at battering it and preparing it and frying it nice and
Get
golden
the-
brown.
What system do you play?
I'm on a PC right now. I'd say outside of music, it's just like usually it's video editing now. It used to be a lot of video games, but like I found a love in video editing since we started doing content and stuff. So I'll go and mess around with that. I don't really think I have any. I guess go into AHL hockey games. That's cool.
Yeah, we love the Wolves.
Yeah,
boys.
Yeah, we've been.
Shout out Skates.
Yeah, Skates.
Yeah.
Actually, we have a video. I don't know if you've seen our Instagram, but there's a video of me yelling at Skates for never throwing me T-shirts. Because we literally, because I was like, I yell and I shout, but they never threw me anything. So there's a
threw
whole
you
thing.
out.
Yeah, they did throw me out of the game once, but
And I shout and they throw me out.
I don't think you ever got thrown. You almost got thrown.
yeah, that
might have
one
been
guy
at the end.
hated us for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, he's chilled out since you haven't been there. It's weird.
It's like a really nice guy too. He invited me over.
No, that's
for
definitely
dinner.
my favorite thing to do with my family. I think we're on our 3rd year as season ticket holders now, so it's
Nice.
just a
Awesome, man.
blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have a good time. We actually try to go out as like a band once a year to go to like a Wolves game and stuff like that. Get everybody, get a bunch of our friends and stuff, and then get like a box and enjoy the game. Definitely something fun. I actually love video games as well. I'm a huge gamer. I've been gaming my whole life. I used to be actually a store manager at GameStop way back in the day. I probably have a physical video game collection of 700 plus games and consoles and whatnot. It's insane.
But he doesn't have a guest bedroom anymore.
I don't. It's all video games. It's filled up with video games.
I'm sorry, bro. I saw an opportunity and I took
it's
it. I
fine.
actually haven't even seen. I bet you have the cleanest guest bedroom in the
Yeah,
band.
because it's just video games. And great.
Dude, I didn't even need wallpaper.
Yeah,
bro.
and a
Believe
base
me.
cap.
I've got a solid
much.
perimeter. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I did not know that. 700.
Yeah. Because I have stuff from
do you count 'em all?
PS1, all the PlayStations.
Count them once a year.
One, I count 'em
So
like
I have
pennies,
every
like
single
penny
PlayStation. I have Xbox 360, One, Series X. I have 3DS, a DS,
Yeah,
and
PS2
a
or what?
Switch. Yeah, I got PS1, 2, 3,
got
4, and 5.
Yeah, well, I got PS. You're going down, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, does your memory card still work? Because mine do.
My well, I threw him against.
Shots
yeah, no, this
fired.
will work.
Clawing it hard enough.
Shots fired. You know what that means?
Yeah.
WWE SmackDown vs. Raw.
Yeah, SmackDown vs. Raw. I'm in. Let's go.
No, I don't really play video games. I get like 10
I'm gonna
minutes. I
rock
used to be
bottom you as soon as we get out of
What's
the
your
studio.
hobby?
What?
What's your hobby?
That's a good question. I'm good at things. I don't know.
That was the question.
the one hobby, playing guitar.
Well, outside of music.
Outside of music, I don't really. Oh, I have a motorcycle. If anyone wants to go for a ride,
nothing
sign
else
up
you
at
talk
hashtag motorcycle.com. I don't even know what I'm saying. So I do. No, I do. I like to ride. I like to do that. I don't go down like that, you know. I like, you know, that kind of thing.
You're not like, brother.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, give me a beer, dude. I don't do that. I like to.
go, "Hey,
there's
man,
a lot of
give me
hobbies I have, man. I'm like into like a lot of things, and I you know, I read, I write, I journal, and I have a Harley, and then I have like a guitar, and I have like a band, and then like I'm a kickboxer on the weekend. I'm just kidding. That's
Is that your dating profile?
yeah,
bio?
dude. It says long walks on the beach. Just kidding. I'll ride you there.
There's a lot of
My
commas. Yeah, there's a
motorcycle.
lot of commas in his dating profile, honestly.
Yeah, dude. I have the biggest dating profile actually ever. That I don't
Actually,
have.
ever?
I don't have one. Don't look for me. No, but no, I do a lot of like.
There's
just-
an how to work the phone to figure it
Yeah,
out.
like-
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
I have
got,
to set
you know
up
the
this.
dial. That's all you go like this. You go, you know, 1, 2. Yeah, I like house phones. Remember those inline phones? Anyway, no, but I do actually like honestly right new hobby right now is just learning new technology for recording. So trying to be boring there, but it's actually really interesting. I look at learning new things. I'll learn kind of trying to catch up with that because I watch him do things when we're recording together and I'm like, what is going on? I've always been that. Like I'm like, oh, he'll record it, he'll fix it. Hey, do this, and then they'll do it. Not they'll, but you know, but it's like not like he's my little little tyke or anything. But no, it's like
My little minion.
yeah. Listen, buddy. No, no. But it's like I'm learning a lot on my own. I've never been able to do that. I learned how to I'm not even gonna go into the details of what I've learned, but
I can't even tell you right
I can't even tell you.
I don't even think it's legal.
My computer's on the sidewalk right now. I got mad at it. That's why I have no PS2 controllers. But that's my newest hobby right now is just learning more about the systems because I draw them out, you know, the whole measure of a GarageBand or Reaper. So.
I draw.
I'm done now. Don't worry.
I'm like, you lost me on that
You
one.
lie, yeah. That's the other thing. My brain. I'm working on my brain too, so it's all over the place, man. And that's where
Aren't we all?
That's artist.
we're
life.
all
We're all
I'm like,
working
oh,
on our
like,
brain.
Look at that. Oh, that sounds good. That's I'm like,
Have you tried Ritalin yet? Just kidding.
how are they doing? I've never heard from them. No, it's like I have
Ritalin,
someone-
I barely know her.
I was just about to say that. No, but it's like I don't game at all. I just do music, man. I'll be honest. Like outside of music, I do personal stuff. But I do read a lot. So
You got a pool and a Harley. What else could you have? You know what I mean? Like,
a
It's good living.
stripper pole.
Oh, I think it's
I
locked
didn't
up.
mean to say that. It just came out. I didn't want to say it.
You got stripper pole? Is
No.
that a new hobby?
Striper.
I am a welder, so we could make
Zach
this
built
happen.
a stripper pole for me to come down on the stage personally,
Personally.
and I'm coming out, and he still has to plug my stuff in because I don't know what I'm doing.
It'd be very
So,
Motley Crue. If you
It's a
had
good
that.
distraction while he helps me plug my.
That would be
music
pretty
in.
cool. Yeah, that's gonna be like
Sorry, I
the
didn't mean to say
first demand. Like when we're playing a bigger stage, he's like, "We need enough room for my stripper pole.
We need
You know, 'cause
my stripper pole.
I need a 6 foot by 6 foot area
We
because
come
I'm
out with,
doing
like-
backflips and I mean,
Dude,
it's
you should-
crazy.
So yeah,
Priorities,
so I'm
you know,
my
man.
hobby, biggest hobby, reading.
That was good.
He's trying to get a date out of this show, huh?
Oh my gosh.
If you want a date rage, hit the.
Oh no.
Please,
Leave a
please
comment
supply.
down below.
That's bigger than our email list now.
You won't know how to answer the phone, so we'll relay the message
Oh,
here.
we have they're lining up right now. Hang on, here we go,
Oh, look.
everybody.
Here we go.
Look at that.
How
Here's
are
the
we
Oh.
feeling.
We got the first caller.
Phones are blowing up.
Phones are blowing up. You guys
There
are
we
missing
go.
out. Oh, here's your chance.
Sorry guys, lines are busy right now.
This is wild.
So I wanted to ask, how do you guys?
Go for it.
Oh no, we got another comment here. Real
We
quick.
did have another comment. Somebody was like, "Hey, you should answer Stevie Gunn's question." Stevie Guns wanted to know. He says, "In the studio version of Seasons, Zach, you don't scream before the breakdown, but you do while live. Is there a reason and why?" He said, "Because I've never heard you never do unclean vocals in any songs."
That's a badass fucking question.
great
Yeah,
question. Stevie
that
Guns.
is
Great.
that
That's
is
the
an
coolest
awesome
question. I mean, no, it's not. It's cool though. The coolest because it's anyway.
Yeah, I
We
think
still have time for the coolest question.
We'll
Leave
be
it down
right
below.
back.
for Seasons, and for most of our songs, I would say for the lead vocal, we typically don't do screams. It's just because at the beginning we want to hit the widest audience that we can because of the messaging that we're going with, and like we have heard it a lot of times even from our live show. We make the live show heavier, and some people are like, I don't like the screams, and it's like live we're just like, hey, it's about the message. Like I mean, you know, kind of get over the scream part. But in our recordings, like we do want to like, I think highlight musicianship to as much as we can to not musicianship. I think we want to highlight
Collaboration.
the poppier side of the genre online, and like then it gives the people a reason to come back live too. You know what I mean? Like we're not playing the exact same thing that you're hearing on Spotify the exact same way every single night. Like we're giving it a little bit of character live.
Yeah, I
which
think
I
like
was
that's what like live's all about. Like I used to like try. You know, I'm new to singing. 7 years of trying. That's another hobby of mine, by the way.
7 years of trying, keyword.
No, just trying.
Just try.
Just trying
Try.
is my hobby.
It's a good habit.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you can't. There's so many opportunities. No,
Can't lose, just try.
You can't lose. Just try. I'm trying, Dad. Just jeez. Okay. No. No, but like I'm more screaming in like the live stuff, and I've developed more. That's like I'm working on my singing to do so, and I like how we kind of collab with when we do. There's screaming opportunities and we've kind of made it work where that like it's not on the album, and you know it's like. You know, they don't want an album. You know, we don't want screaming on the album. You know, it just says like a different message. We're all like, we're gonna scream in your, to you live. To, it's all about the message and all that, but it's kind of cool to just, it's different. Like, so imagine like you're hearing this and then you hear that, like, it's live. Sorry.
Just the way you
Don't
put
laugh.
that. No, I love it.
Like,
I love
you know what
you.
I'm saying.
I love you, brother.
Dude, what's crazy
No.
though
That was a
is
perfect way to put it,
That
though.
was what I'm just saying. Like, yeah, you hear this, and then it's like, I expect this. Now, if you expect
Exactly.
that, you're gonna hate it. Then
Yeah.
leave. Get out.
Right,
No,
yeah.
no, stay.
It's
though,
just
you
like,
know, it's
being open. Like
Being
what-
open. I feel the music. I don't do like notes. I don't do like I feel music. We all do this. It's musical fusion. So, but no, it's like it's based on like how we. It's all about feeling. That's what our message is. It's just cool to just be like, scream when you need to, and him and I will do the screams, and it's different in that sense, but.
it brings a
It-
different
it-
energy
it's-
live.
yeah,
Like and that's one thing that we try to strive for is having a high energy show. Personally, for me, my goal is to be more like Kiss was back in the day, where they were so energetic and put on such a good live show. Nobody wanted to play after them, and like that's my goal every time I get on that stage is I don't want someone to play after us. Like I don't want them to want to play after us. Like I want to make them where they don't want to follow us. So, and I think we put on a good live show, and I think that a lot of people seem to enjoy it, and then they come back because of that. So we have a lot of great fans. We have people that literally go states away to come see us at times, which is insane because we have somebody from Louisville that has come out to Fort Worth, Indiana. Sorry, Fort Wayne, not Fort Worth. Fort Wayne.
Fort Worth, Indiana.
Chicago,
Shout out.
and then she's also come out to like Iowa. Then we have another guy that's in Michigan that has come out to Ohio and Indiana and other shows. Like we have some really great fans that are willing to travel, and they really love the band, and we can ask for a better.
I will say, like, it's not like just about like the entertainment aspect of that. Like our message is we're trying to promote that. We're putting a lot of different genres, like we've talked earlier. We're putting a lot of different aspects into this stuff, and it's personal. We want to talk to you. We want to help you. We want to know you. We want to meet you guys. Like this is like such a coming from like going from where like different genres that I've been in, different bands. Like this is like the coolest experience. I love meeting people. I love networking to new fans and just like promoting us. And it's like it's not about the entertainment aspect. Like we did a great show, or physically, but like did we sound? It's all everything. It's not about like the the entertainment aspect, the sound aspect. It's the message. No matter what, it's still the message, and it's still what we do. And if you're sticking around till the very end, like come on, let's go, and we'll take care of you. It's like, that's like the biggest aspect of this. So like it means a lot to me specifically, especially, but especially all of us. I mean, so it's like we really truly give a shit, and it's not just like smoking mirrors or whatever the hell they fucking say. So.
Stevie Guns was saying the scream is his in Seasons is his favorite part. Ha ha ha. Thank you, Stevie.
Thank you, Steve.
I was wondering, how much of that is pure high octane rock and roll fuel when you're out and rocking and you scream in an audience that hits different than a recording session.
Absolutely.
Where maybe people, and not to bash on our screamo friends out there, but like do you think that scares people away in the genre of punk?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I would say for myself, I'd say I know it does. I grew up on Slipknot and
I think we all
Suicide
did,
Silence. Pretty heavy bands.
Rest in peace, Mitch.
But like, growing up on that, and then somebody walking by somebody and they hear that music blaring, they're like, "Oh, that's scary," or you know what I mean?
Let's
Like
get out of here.
growing up around that my whole life, like being like a metalhead, and I think a lot of us grew up on the heavier stuff too. It's just like,
dude, no, it's my mother. Okay, she comes to my mom. Sorry, Mom. My mom comes to these shows. She'll tell everyone in the world that I play classical guitar, right? Classical guitar means Beethoven, Bach, whatever. And like
He's got nylon strings.
I got nylon strings. I basically play piano. That's what she means. I know. No, but she'll listen to this. I don't like when you scream. And I get it because like she doesn't come from that. Like not a lot of people I guess older than us, except Rob. He. Like we all come. Like I love screaming. Like my whole household is screaming. It's fun. No, but it's like
Great memories.
Event, yeah, great. Yeah, to go
Core
back.
memories.
To go back, right, Rob?
Right.
To
I am tallying this.
I am the old
He's got more
man.
on me
Roast
than I
of
got on
Rob
you.
Off.
Just because we remember 9/11 doesn't mean you got to get on.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I remember. Anyway,
Never forget.
I did. So what? No, I'm kidding. No, but what is like? She's like a lot of people. Like I hate that they get scared. They leave. We like we'll scream, but they're like, ugh.
I think
Yeah.
it's quite
But
interesting.
now it's like, oh, sorry.
No,
Never
you're
mind.
good. I think it's quite
bad.
interesting to see like all of those people that would say they're scared when they hear it live.
Right.
Like you said, it's a different environment.
Right. That's where I was.
like,
yeah, I was
yeah,
kinda
You can
getting there. My
snap
bad,
them
yeah.
into that.
You hear that
know?
on the album, you're like, oh my god, the devil's music or something. Like Kiss or something.
Yeah, but then
like,
you hear it live
then
and you
you-
see the
not-
pick
yeah.
going.
But like you see it live, you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. It's cool because it's the feelings. We're getting them out. We do this for our I like screaming. Like I'm developing that better. Like we're all doing it. 'Cause
It's our release.
we're all
It's
yeah.
our.
That's what it's about. Like, nothing's better than screaming music and getting like therapy. Boom. Oh, and therapy. But like you just go. You're good. Driving home on a bad day at work. Scream Slipknot. Scream ours. Scream anything. It feels good. So
Should we
do
scream
it
right
right
now?
Yeah. No.
I mean, we can.
The whole
I see it in your
the
eyes.
lights go out.
can
It
see it.
flickers. We're on.
What's the best way to scream in rock and roll? I mean, it's got to come from the diaphragm. From
Yeah,
the belly,
yeah,
right?
for
Zach is phenomenal at screaming. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard you do a
Thanks,
bad
bud.
scream.
Zach, can you
No,
give us
you
a
do
scream?
good. You do a good
Oh,
job.
I can't right now. I can't do it.
I'll do one. I don't care.
Yeah,
Oh
go
my god. Anyway.
And that's why, dude. That's gonna be
and
the best
that's
sound.
that's
That's gonna be the
ever.
best. You feel free to use that for everybody.
No, I'm getting better by screaming,
I don't want to
dude.
become a soundbite. Like
I'm
that.
sorry. I went to the mic like I'm like at a show. I could have blew out ears here.
It only sounds good because you guys are 3 beers in, and our in-ear mix isn't that good. It's
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And one
What?
thing I
Wait,
think,
me? I don't drink beer.
one thing I think is actually kind of really interesting is because we don't scream on the records, but we screw the screams live. Is when you see our fan base live, we range everywhere from 14, 15 years old to some of these kids all the way up to like 60. Like we have an eclectic range, and all of them love it. And it's not just like, oh, they're just sitting there because they're related to you. Even people that we don't know that are 60, something like that, come up to us and be like, you guys are fantastic. And we're like, it's just one of those things that's
it's
like,
just-
it's kind of endearing realizing that and like having those conversations with those people because you're like, oh, like
Yeah.
awesome, like I didn't expect. That's cool.
I feel like we're anyone can relate to us, and like that's what, and no matter who, no matter what, no matter anything going on, like we're telling you, we all feel it, we're all here and we're all going through it, and like we a band to relate to, a band to screaming out or singing out or whatever, like we're all same message, we're all doing it, everyone in the world, so it's a good energy, it's a good vibe, so.
I want to go back to talking about tour, and like,
Sorry, yeah.
and like the no, you're good, and like the mental aspect of preparing to go on like a tour. I don't know if you guys have gone like long tours, big tours, but either way, it's still like a mental like preparation that you kind of need because like people think it's like glitz and glamour, and you're gonna hang
my
out with
God.
all whatever.
Thank
and
you
then,
for saying that.
And then when you get to like the
Tiring.
the actual thing of it, it's like long drives. You're not eating healthy. You're not sleeping the best. You're what I mean. I mean, obviously it's worth it. But like, how do you prepare to mentally be okay on the road?
I mean, we're gearing up for the longer runs now. I think it's probably the longest, or probably tied with it. Yeah. We're doing like a 5 to 7 day. Usually it's just weekends, and even weekends, like you see it as a vacation, right? Like, oh, I get the weekend off of work. Like, I'm gonna go hang out with my buddies and play. And it's like, in reality, like at the beginning, you're like sleeping in a van. Like, oh, my back.
Seatbelt buckle in your
yeah,
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a seatbelt buckle up your butt.
Still got the mark on my right side.
You're eating McDonald's and Culver's and gas station food. Shout out to Buc-ee's.
I think we just try to focus on like, beforehand, you try to focus on all the connections that you're going to make, because that's really what it's about. Like we're trying to build something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
With this, I think the bigger thing is after kind of how you handle it, right? When you get home, like you got all these highs. You get right off there. Now I'm not playing a show. Now I don't get to hang out with 100 people I've never met. Yeah.
Yeah, I can fully admit I get very depressed after a tour. I get into like a funk where I don't want to talk to anyone for sometimes weeks on end, just because of that high. And I have said this, and I will always say this, that the feeling of playing on a stage and having people sing your own music and lyrics back to you is the greatest high on the planet. I don't care how big of a drug addict you are or anything like you say, but like whatever your vice is, that in my opinion is the
Singing
greatest
with you,
high
looking at
that you
you,
will ever have in your life, and you want it every night.
And
you're just
then
like,
you
let's
go home. And then
you go home, and you're like,
nice and
hey,
quiet,
I love my dog. I
Gotta
love
let
my
the
girl.
dog
But,
out. Gotta let them out. Gotta
it's not
feed
the same.
them. Gotta have responsibility.
Yeah.
But like our responsibility, we value this. This is responsibility to us. So I'm not trying to say like we go out, we tour, let's party. No, it's a work. It's a job. It's just like now you have 2 jobs, to then go 3 days or whatever we're going to be doing with the 7 coming up, to then go back to reality of actual work. It's like your mind. It's a mindset change. It's like it takes a lot to like come back from. I mean, but we love it. We're obviously doing both, but it's like not like we hate our jobs, but it's like music's our everything. You know, that's why we're doing this. So
Yeah, I think using each other as leaning on each other after tours.
absolutely.
I try to like relay this as much as I can. That like we really need to practice what we preach, right? And like, if you're gonna tell people to be open about your mental health, you really need to be like open about yours. And so like after tours, we do like try to be as open as possible. Like Rob said, like he will try to take like some time off to just decompress. But if you hit him up and you ask him like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? He'll be open and honest. Like same with all these guys. Like we really try to do that so we don't get into a funk and stay there, because it's like, especially in a year like this year, we're touring almost every month, even if it's just a weekend. If you can't get out of that funk, and we got recording dates or we're doing content or whatever, it's gonna be hard to catch up, you know.
It hurts the band too. I mean, it hurts what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's
I think supporting each other through that is.
I mean, I will say these guys reach out to me constantly. I reach out to them constantly. I don't know, it's a random Tuesday. Even today, Zach reached out to me. Hey, how you doing, bud? Like that's key. Like I mean, especially after a tour, but just in general in life. I mean, like you don't have to do it all the time. I know it gets like overbearing and it's annoying. To like if you're someone's, hey, how are you doing? What's up? I get that, but like to just get a text that says not you good. No, it's more like a, hey man, I'm just thinking about you today. What are you doing? Yeah. Hey, I like it's like more heartfelt, and it really means a lot. No matter what trauma you're going through, no matter what hardship, loss, anything, it's like you hear someone go, thinking of you, or hope you're doing well. That's all it needs to be. And I'm just like, oh my God, I could do 30,000 push-ups today or something. You know what I mean? But it's like it hits a lot more than people think. It's not being creepy or whatever. You know, it's like, oh, I'm reaching. No, dude, it means a lot. Like just. It's wording is key, but like that, these guys reach out to me. I reach out to them. Hey man, how you doing? Are you good? Blah blah. And it's like, that's what we're about. You know, we preach what we sell in a sense, if you want to put it that way. And not that we're selling that.
Have we already talked about the Texas run?
No,
We have not.
Yeah,
let's talk about it, Cowboys.
Okay, I was like, if since we're talking about the longest tour or tied
you
for
are
it.
just bringing these natural segues. You're hiring.
So there I was in Jellyfish Fields.
Oh,
Old Donnell.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good segue.
It was a good
Remember
segue.
About 15 seconds
Right,
earlier,
dude.
you went
Right,
on
you
that.
that? I
Went all
almost
over
did.
that,
15
buddy.
seconds late.
Almost did the sound. I'm not doing it.
We'll
Go on,
splice it in
Zach.
later. It's okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So Texas would be the longest run. I
Yeah.
mean, you can go ahead. Do you have the route memorized?
Okay.
We're going 43
God.
south, going
I
down
can
40
lay
east.
it out
We're
right
I
going
know
hit this,
Midland's
we're
the first date.
Oh, I thought you
Alright,
meant
so
the route. Like, special, like
We're going to
specific.
Texas 326 through 330.
Yep.
So it'll be the first time in the state. We're hitting Midland, Houston, Corpus Christi, San Antonio, and Dallas. We're going literally every day from the 26th through the 30th. We don't have a day off, so we're just hanging out in Texas every single day. It's gonna be awesome. We've heard a lot of like really great things, and
We have a lot of friends and fans out there that have hit us up. They're like, "Oh, I'm so excited to see you guys! Can't wait!" And then I'm like, "Oh, I need barbecue places." They're like, "Which date?" And then they literally send me a list with like 5 to 6 locations on each date. I'm like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" But I'm trying to. I'm down to gain 5 pounds in brisket by the time.
That's the other thing with touring. You gain or you lose something. You know, it's mostly weight.
He usually loses his car keys.
Yeah, he loses car
He
keys,
loses something.
Yes.
and we gain weight, and that's
Yeah,
pretty
we
much.
gain
I
weight, he
gain
loses
weight.
something.
I lose my car
That's pretty much
keys,
tour, yeah.
lose my strap, my
Wireless bag.
my
Yeah, pretty
shoelace.
much the only few things he's got to remember.
Yeah.
Probably the most important, actually.
My hair gel.
But eating's not important. Like,
He forgot his sanity on one tour. But
Yeah,
that
no,
was,
I grabbed it.
He grabbed it back.
Found it back. I was
They
like-
shipped it back
I was
today.
Actually, it was a random Tuesday. Let me
They said
tell
they
you.
didn't want it.
It's always a Tuesday with you, isn't it?
It's easiest to say.
Tuesday.
Try
You
it.
remember that? You remember Norbit? Do you remember that movie?
think so,
Anyone?
yeah.
Tuesday. Come on. You're the movie reference
brought
guy.
up Norbit, bro.
Norbit, bro.
You just brought up Norbit.
Eddie Murphy, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Come on. It's very. You're talking about natural segues. Rob set me up with 2 of those.
I do a lot of impressions too. That's another hobby. Anyway,
I was about to ask because we did just get another comment from Stevie Guns here,
jeez.
asking about. He said the first time I saw you guys was at Base Camp 2023. You guys had a SpongeBob soundbite that never got used again. What happened?
Well,
that's
so-
all good. That's it.
you want the real answer? All right.
Yeah, so we
somebody-
hate him.
No,
We hate
somebody
this guy.
stole my flag.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. So we
Actually, a
had
friend of ours, but
we had the No Weenies Allowed SpongeBob flag.
so we went all out. Like when we did SpongeBob, we were like,
What's
all of
gonna say
our
right
all of
now?
our filler tracks are going to be SpongeBob. Our intro track is going to be SpongeBob, and then I bought bubble machines on Amazon. We were like shooting bubbles all over the stage. And then like on the Detroit show of that tour, I went to grab the flag at the end of the night and it was gone. And so was everybody that was at the show. So I'm like, awesome. Like now we're not going to do it. And so we like moved to like vibe checks, which are kind of these things that like kind of reset. Some of them are hip hoppy, some of them are like poppy, and it kind of just like gets people in the headspace to be there. But our drummer has recently brought up doing some SpongeBob samples and just like randomly triggering them throughout the set. That would be pretty funny. I wonder if that would do it for Chris.
Yeah. It's definitely something we have fun with, and we love to bring out that fun side of life, because unfortunately life is dark and scary, and if we can bring a little bit of light, that's what we try to do, at least with that when we can. So
Yeah.
Talk about nostalgia too. SpongeBob's the OG of
Oh, yeah.
this generation.
yeah, honestly, it was a little bit after my time. So
I
like,
grew up on that.
yeah, like everybody else is like, "What do you mean you haven't watched every episode?" I'm like, "Have you ever watched Are You Afraid of the Dark?"
Back then, dude.
I hear what you said.
Thank
Yeah.
God. So the TVs were black and white back then.
Hey, we only got 13 and you had to wrap 13 channels and you had to wrap the tinfoil around the antennas to make sure you
You're damn right you did.
push-pull knobs.
You needed 6 people to get your TV in.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, those things were no joke back
know
then.
it.
The old
I
school
know
tube
it.
TVs.
Oh, I know.
Heavy.
You're dating yourself now.
I know, man.
I was hoping you guys can talk about what it takes to make it as a band here in 2025. Obviously, things have changed throughout the years. Music sales are different. Now you got to have this online presence. What are you guys doing to combat it and to flourish in this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think just attacking everything from as many angles as you possibly can. I think making it is a term that's very relative, but for us, it just means like reaching people and changing either their outlook or, giving them motivation to keep moving on. So for us, like that's what making it is. But for other bands, it might just strictly be like, oh, I want my song to hit this many, streams. I think whatever the making it is to you, attacking it from all angles of like content, like you were saying, this has completely changed. Like when Rob started in the industry and like when I started going to shows, even with my dad, it was CD sales. Like that's how you paid the bills. And nowadays it's just like people, I think bands will look at it and be like, how do I monetize this?
Yeah.
And so like, I think if monetization is what you're going for with making it, like still attacking it from all angles. You know, content.
Be personable when you talk to
Yeah.
fans.
Play out live. Play away from your city. Don't
Yeah.
oversaturate. You
Yeah.
know.
Make sure that you're constantly putting out good product. Unfortunately, I hate to say it that way, but that's what we are to the industry. Is we're the product, and then it's what little things can we do to stand out from the other products and make ourselves. It's like, hey, do you want Fruity Pebbles or do you want the generic brand? Like, you know what I mean? Kind of. It's kind of a weird way to look at it, but that's what you got to think about. It's like, did you like the sugary cereals as a kid? Okay, did you prefer the name brand, or did you go for the generic bag that's there underneath, you know?
I think regardless though, like we're still, we're still ourselves. We're still doing what we do.
Very much
no
so.
matter how we need to do that, we're still true human beings that we'll relate to you. We'll talk to you. We'll I don't know. There's so many examples I could give that like it means the world to me to just to say hi to someone and like that they came, or especially if they came from states over. It's like it means it hits. Like it's like we're not trying to be like, oh hey yeah, we're just like falsely promote. Like we're all about this. Like we're truly believe in ourselves and our the message, and we'll be as true as you can to people. So
And I think for bands coming up, like things that I think an important thing is to be realistic with yourself about where you want to be, and really do like the research on like, what is it going to take to get there? Because I think like for myself, I went to a lot of concerts, which immediately I was like, well, I could do this then. And it's like, yeah, it's not like that. Like there's all these, it's not just a performance, which is what a lot of people see, but
there's a lot of hoops and a lot of business aspects.
And there's a lot of like
get
back
there.
end. Yeah, there's a lot of back end work. Like, how do I release my music? Where do I record it?
How much promotion do I do into it?
And I think it's important. If you want to go all out for this, tell yourself that and like really, really dedicate yourself. But if you're just trying to do it as a side hobby, there's no shame in that either. Yeah, like I know people that will play in front of like a couple thousand people just on like festivals for their towns, and they're okay with that. Like they're like, hey, I'm gonna play this show once a year. It's my favorite night of the year, and I look forward to it. You just got to be realistic with your goals too, and make sure that like the rest of your band has similar goals.
And that can be brought down anywhere. I mean, you could be 1,000 people in a sold out show. You could be in a dive bar on a street on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday in front of 50 people.
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Open mic night. No, it's like, but it's still, no matter what you do, as long as you're doing what you need to get it out, to just message wise if you need to, or just want to play. Like just like it doesn't matter what's in front of you. It's a matter what's behind you in a sense that you are behind. Like it's kind of just a weird, analogy there, but it's like what are you doing to want to be there? What are you like? You're promoting what? That's where it comes from. It's like no matter where you are, you could be in a Toys R Us. That's jeez. That's a good one.
Wait, Toys R Us still exists?
You mean a Toys R Us?
Hold on, they're talking about my childhood now.
This reminds me of a Jelly Roll.
On a Tuesday.
A Jelly Roll acceptance speech.
Right,
I would like to. There's somebody at Toys R Us right now, and they need to hear this.
Oh, God.
But no.
Shout out Jeffrey the Giraffe.
Besides
Jeffrey the Giraffe, all day.
That was. Hey, shout out to anyway.
I don't want to grow up. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
I'm nerf for nothing. Anyway, no, but like it's like no matter what's behind your message is why you're doing something. And if anyone questions it and they don't like your message, then don't be there.
Yeah.
But like we're on a we're positive. We're all that, and it's like you earlier. You're like, I don't like when you scream. It's well, you know what? We're getting it out. How many people
There is a line you have to
There's
draw
a line for
where you have to
sure,
be realistic with things.
For
like,
sure, absolutely. But it's like
this is our outlet too.
But
Like
this is our outlet. Like music is my outlet. Like if we go to band practice, I love that's my therapy. In a sense, and like just to be able to play with people that I love and just doing what I love to do, and that's what it's about. No matter where you are, no matter what setting, that's what you're doing. Keep doing it, and that's my message to the world. That's what's up.
And that's what's up.
It's the rage message right there. Yeah. You get what I'm saying. I ramble a lot. I proved my point 20 minutes ago. So and not keep going.
Honestly, I'm
Thought
gonna
it was
use
beautiful.
Q4's own slogan for this: create beauty and defend it. If you're gonna create something, defend it with all your heart and put your heart into it. If you're not, then what the hell's the point?
Naysayers are losers. I'm just kidding.
Jeez, right?
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm just.
You could say it.
No, I
Yeah, you
YouTube.
can say it if
Say
you
it.
feel it.
Say it.
Yeah, you can say anything on YouTube. Still,
Yeah,
right
you
down
know
the
what?
barrel.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mom, you know what? I'm just kidding.
Hey, Mom!
Hey, Mom!
I'm mad when you stole my comic book in 4th grade.
Literally just
He just
stared
stares
at
at the
mic.
clock.
Literally
He's
just
like,
stared at the
"Mom?"
mic. Like, Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared. No, but no, it's not.
She might show up.
She
though, so be
comments
careful.
back in the chat. She's like, "Honey, I'm on my
I want
way."
everyone to know I love my mother. I just
She just sends
it's bad.
OMW. You're like,
I'm generalizing. And,
Rage, I'm on my way, and where's the cat?
Yeah. Rage, I lost the cat
in the
2
car,
months ago.
in the trunk. It's dead. Anyway, no,
it's in the box,
I'm-
Schrodinger.
What's in the box? Anyway,
It was a stuffed
what
cat
was
to
I
begin
saying?
with.
I didn't remember what I was saying, dude. Jeez. So anyway, there I was. in,
Jellyfish field.
Effect on people. I love it.
Anyway. But yeah, overall, to answer your question about what does it take to make in this industry, heart, I think, at this now. Now, that's at the end of the day. So yeah, if you're going to be passionate about something, put your passion into it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, be realistic about what you're going to do with it.
Yeah, I think realism is key. I mean, if you're going that route, I mean, like, you know, everyone wants to be like the superstar, this and that, but if like, you gotta be realistic with like what you're doing, you know, and you know, like our mindset is just we're in it. We're doing what we want to do. We want to promote what we want to do. If it happens, cool. I think that's the best mindset to have in terms of, you know, what's your main goal? Just shooting our message out. You're always shooting out a message. You know, it's not about, you know, this is what I'm doing to be here. We're here. That's not the goal. It's like you just, as long as you're doing for you and for others, and that's the best way to do it. Music is key. Music is everything, or at least to me. So it's my outlet. It's my therapy. It's my passion. It's my
Lifeblood.
hobby. It's my hobby, but so is like reading or whatever I said earlier. Yeah.
Wait,
no.
you read?
Who are you?
Picture books.
Where'd you come from?
Dude, I love.
He's like, I read comic books only.
Bartholomew and the Oobleck, bro. Best Dr. Seuss.
Archie and Jughead for life.
I can't. What?
Huh?
Yeah. No. So, but no, it's
Dating
like
yourself
just be you. No matter what, just be you. And anyone's talking negative about who you are, fuck them.
Yeah, there we go. I'll drop that F-bomb.
I finally
what I
swore.
wanted to
There we go.
I tried.
You
my
feel
best.
better?
Yeah,
He does.
So good.
Weight lifted off.
So good.
Now, have you guys ever dealt with any harsh criticism? And,
Oh, yeah.
and if so, how do you handle it?
Like personally, or.
With the band or personally?
I mean, I will say, like, doing the music scene, doing, like, we all have real jobs. We all, like, do that. I feel like a lot of people go, like, what is he doing? Especially when they don't understand. Like, they don't understand music. Especially if you don't understand music. You don't come from a music background. They're like, oh, why oh, he's playing in a band. What the heck? Like, it's just, you get a lot of that. Like, it's just like a make-believe fantasy that everyone's doing, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I got that I don't know, since I joined my first band, or, you know, when I started playing again and everything. It was just like, more so like, oh, he's just in a band. It was always bad. It was always downplayed. Like it was just like a bad, negative thing. Oh, he plays with his band. Oh, really? Oh, what's he, you know? So it's like, now, but then it's opposite when people see us, oh my, wow, I'm so, you know, I'm happy for it, and it's awesome. And it's like, I think that was the hardest thing where, like, family, friends, everything, like, they're like, and back to my point where I rambled for 5 minutes. Like, you're doing you. Just do you. Say you. Do you. No matter what, just do that. Because guess what? In the end, no matter what, it still turn out what you want to do the whole time, in a sense. So, yeah. I don't know. And that was my biggest hardship with music again. You know, it's like, why? And we're explaining why. We're telling you why. And every song we write. So.
All right, and what was the initial question?
Yeah,
Again, real quick.
Have you ever received harsh criticism? And if
There
so,
we go.
how
Sorry,
do you
sorry.
deal with it?
Rage
it
rambles.
was-
We get
I'm
distracted.
I'm a rambler.
That was like on point. I just wanted
hit
to
it.
make sure like I knew. Criticism, like from the band, I've gotten criticism because I've grown with this band. You know, it's always been my baby since I was 17. I've got a lot more invested than just dollar signs and music notes. You know, there's a lot like of my core that's like invested here. So I think like for us, like something that like comes up to mind is like, you know, people say you don't stand for what you stand for. What like
There's always naysayers.
I think
in a sense,
yeah, in a more specific sense, it was
Yeah.
like we like to build community. So we've had people say that like for myself, like I go against that, and like I think for me, I like to be realistic with things. You know, for all of us, we all live out of the city, so coming to the city every single day for like to support homies during shows, especially in like an economy right now, it's not realistic. So I think like that's probably the worst criticism I've had so far, but like it does like cut deep when somebody doesn't think, you know, hey, like you don't support me, and it's like, hey, like
There's
really,
other-
there's a lot more to supporting somebody
And
than
there's other channels to support someone too, not just going to the show.
Exactly,
I mean,
not
like,
just
there's a
being
lot of
there.
times I don't want to go. Like, I want to go to the show so badly, but I can't. And it's like, oh, we went to them, but I'll do that when I can. And like, there's times and opportunities, like I just did over the weekend. Like, it just like, you see an opportunity, you do it. Like, they support us, I want to support them. Like, we support everybody. In this genre, it's not like the most popular thing going on in the world, but it's like, it's a niche market in a sense, but it's like, it's getting there. But it's like, it's not potpourri or whatever you want to call it. It's just, you know, we support each other. We love each other. Every band we've ever played with, toured with, anything, I've loved every single one of those individuals. And it's like, the message is clear right there. And it's just hard to be like, hey, I'm playing on a Tuesday to just, you know, and to come out to the city. It's like, we're suburb. It's hard getting out here, man.
Yeah.
It's you know, if it was convenient, I'd be like, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. You know, it's just nothing against that, but yeah, sorry, go.
No,
My
you're
bad.
good. You're good.
bad, dude.
I try to get to as many shows as I can. You probably will see me at a show almost weekly. I try to go because I'm one of the only people in the band that works in the city, so it's a little easier for me because I can go out right after work and whatever and go to the shows. And I try to support as many of our friends and stuff like that and other bands as much as possible. But sometimes it definitely gets hard because there's nights when there's 4 or 5 shows going on, all in the same genre of like friends, and I'm like, I can go maybe 2 of these max. I can't go to see all of you. Like,
So we all split up. We all go to see.
And I didn't mean to like pigeonhole it like into
I'm
one
kidding.
thing.
No, you're
It's
good.
like, and maybe like if there's an underlying thing for people listening,
if you can't make a show, bands like will understand at the core.
Absolutely.
Like because they can't make shows sometimes too, you know, and there's a lot more to supporting a band than, you know, just going to a show.
Exactly.
Like there's a lot of free things, like you said at the beginning, sharing sharing this link, right? It's like it does a lot more than you think it does. And it's
Yeah.
like it costs no money and it's
You know, gas is, you know, not cheap. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like I do see like I said, like there are other channels, other everything like I'll share anything I see that anyone we toured with, anyone I like, anyone like I'm learning a lot more about the genre in general, just come from my background, but I will share everything I can about anything that any band, like anything that like just sparks something and from not outside of like touring, like I'm like, oh, I like these guys. But it's like it's just hard. Like you can't always make a show.
Yeah.
That's not the only thing though. Like we support each other, even just I don't even know, just
But
referencing.
as far as criticisms
Yeah.
go, like I think that would
That
probably
would
be
be
the
one
only
of
one
them.
that would stick out. And
when
I
it's
think
like, yo, you didn't make my show.
looking at it from
that
like
that
a
hurts.
realistic-
That does hurt, but it's like, you got to be understandable. Sorry, go ahead. I'm my bad, dude. But it's like understanding of we can't all make it. You know,
Exactly.
I got a dog at home, man. He whines when there's a thunderstorm.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, from a realistic view, you have to see like a lot of bands that are trying to make it, just like everyone else. And we have day jobs, you know, and then like we have practices or like
content
we have live
Responsibilities, just really
everybody in this
everyone,
room,
yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
we all
Understood, yeah.
have other things that are important to us too.
Yeah.
And I think like for anybody chasing something they love, it's hard to find that balance. Like truly. So,
I think you're always gonna struggle to find that until you finally. I don't even know if they ever finally do.
But I think that's a
Like,
criticism that can be had for
Yeah.
like
Forever.
You know, I think everybody can give themselves a little shit for that.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, everybody wants to go to another this or another that, or
Yeah.
they wish they could have supported their friends. And it's like we're only human.
Or,
we can only
yeah.
do so much.
I could have spent time with this. I could have spent time with that, but I'm doing this.
yeah.
I'm in the. It's tough, man. It is kind of a stressful kind of thing. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. Perfect example. Why do you think I have 700 video games?
Go
Because
ahead,
the fact
700.
is that I can't get to
Do you
them
have,
because I have
20?
other things going.
Go ahead.
I wish I could. Trust me, I'd play through all of them.
Do you have
But-
Underground? Do you have Tony Hawk Underground?
Yeah, I got 1 and 2, buddy.
I got 3. I have 3. Never heard of? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't exist.
That's what's up.
Exactly. Sorry, we got a
Is there
tangent.
an echo in here?
We also had another comment
Yes,
too. Gray wanted to know, how does the band find bands to tour and play with in different cities?
Great question.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah,
That's a
so
great
it's
Gray's
think
going to put
it's-
me out of a job, man.
No idea.
Thank you, Gray.
yeah. Grayson
coming.
and Chris are the best.
Yeah.
The father and son.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Also, we got another comment real quick. Chloe Burns says, Rage 2028.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
President Rage.
All right. So
Wait,
how do
no.
how do we find
Rock and roll
bands?
never dies. Sorry.
How do you find bands in other cities? to perform
Yeah,
with?
I think it's changed over this year. It's changed a lot because we're actually like trying to grow like an independent team with us. So this year it's like mostly through our manager.
Shout out Eric.
Yeah, Eric Jogmiller. He's a friend of ours. He's been a friend of mine, like guiding me through the scene for probably 4 or 5 years now. So he largely like will hook them up. At the beginning of the year, we gave him a giant list of dates. We were like, hey, these are the cities we want to hit, and a lot of that like is changing around city wise and stuff. And like up until this point, we're booked out till like August almost. And lately it's been like we'll just hit up friends that we started out with, like bands that we came up with at the very beginning.
You know, the Comet had supported us on
That's
through
another,
social
that's
media.
another
whatnot.
aspect too. That's another aspect. Like we never forget. Like we we're all helping each other. Like it's not like
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying. Like it's not like we're big leaguing anyone. Like,
Yeah.
we're all here to do it.
And I'd
you
say
know?
like for shows, we've been getting hit up a lot ourselves. Like we've been just getting emails about them and offers, which is like super new for all of us. And I think like it's really humbling for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, tours. Yeah, I don't know why I just messed with that.
Dude, I was
have
gonna
OCD.
do the same
I
thing
wanted it.
just now.
I wanted it as close to perfect as I could. I think for us, like we'll hit up all of our old friends or like bands that we're seeing on Instagram that are starting to pop off, and like we respect the content and the hustle. And
And I also think it's kind of been crazy too, is because we've gotten offers to do stuff with some other bands that are regionals or national touring acts and whatnot. And it's bands we've listened to before in the past. Like there's one band called Good Terms. They're awesome band. And we were lucky enough to play with them. And it was just like once we started the show with them, it was just we kind of started talking. And it just became like real chill, real friendly, real quick. And it's just kind of like this. We kind of started building that way. When any bands that come through, we try to.
can I side note that band real quick? Good Terms. The singer Brian their house was just destroyed in the LA fires.
Really?
So like I think they would greatly appreciate any of you going to check out their stuff. Their whole house, his whole studio, all of his guitars completely gone.
And their
Well,
emo
like-
breakdowns are epic.
Yeah, they have a cool story about that. You know, like he actually like found his engagement ring for his wife and stuff.
shit,
Yeah, so
that's
it's
cool.
like there's like silver linings there with them. But speaking on them, you know, they're going through it right now. So
Yeah.
support
I'm
those
so
guys.
sorry for them, man.
Support the homies.
Wow. I was gonna say something, and I'm just
Cool.
Impacted. Sorry for everyone. Support what we can. That's all I gotta say. I was gonna say something awesome, and I can't remember.
Well, he was talking about a homie of ours.
I didn't know anything about. Why am I fighting about this now?
You don't. You.
I don't
well,
read- I don't
again,
read group chat. I
again,
don't
you are
on social
92
media.
years old.
I'm 92
Yes,
years old.
that is where I learned about.
I read cursive still, so you have to text me in cursive if you
What's
want to
cursive?
respond. Exactly. So
What's gross?
Well, they don't even teach cursive in school anymore. I'm like, this is crazy. You know how many times I got slapped with a ruler to try and do this? Come on now.
I remember being a young kid and be like, this is going to be obsolete in 10 years, isn't it?
I
It's
thought
kinda
the same thing.
Probably. Yeah.
It's kind of like
the
algebra,
alphabet.
you know?
or the alphabet. Like who needs that?
Yeah, most of the stuff.
alphabet.
Aren't you happy we all know how to do our taxes properly?
Oh wait,
Freaking
they
real.
taught that in school?
It's all
I don't remember
about
that.
it's all about music, man. We didn't. It's all.
Yeah, how wild, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Personal finance was an elective class.
Wow.
Bro, what?
So stupid.
Like, well, that's the thing is, home ec
finance.
home ec is required, so you have to learn how to sew and cook, but you don't learn how to do taxes. That makes no sense.
I think
to
it
me.
was
they're
required
actually
back in
coming
your
out.
day.
No.
They're not requiring
Dude,
it.
I-
anymore.
you know what I
yeah,
learned,
well,
bro?
yeah, they required home ec, so you had to learn how to sew and cook.
Shop. What do we do?
Yeah, but you didn't get to, like everything else. That was
So
crazy.
I don't think we had to do that, which I think is arguably
It was an
worse.
optional thing. Did you
should
like?
know
Did you
how
just
to-
I
like?
mean, I know how to make banana bread. That's about all I learned from that class.
I know how to use DoorDash really well, dude.
Same, bro. Actually, I'm gonna DoorDash some tacos.
I
Once get
can't
out of
read,
here.
so. No, I'm sorry.
Sweet. Yeah.
But so there I was.
Jellyfish
No, I'm
was-
just kidding. No, there was like in terms of like where.
I
My point is with supporting everyone. It's like I'm for me personally. I'm learning, not what I'm saying. Like any band you mention now, absolutely. I know, dude, they're all great people. They're all great names. They're all great sound. They're all everything awesome. But there's times where I'm like, yeah, dude, we're playing these shows. I'm like, I come from a different background, but like that's how I get to know these. It's a growing family. We're all a family. And that's what I was. Wow, that was a weird transition just to go from that to be like, yeah. So anyway, we're all family. Okay.
And
No.
I agree with you. I agree with your age, though. I absolutely agree with you.
No, but it's like I'm learning a lot. Like I come from like a weird. I got a lot of music facts in my head right now, but it's like I don't know this genre that well starting out. Now I am, and I'm like I love everyone in this genre. I love everyone in the scene. I love like we're all good people. Like I enjoy this. Like this is fun coming from a different background just to be a part of this. It's like the love of my life at this time. But I didn't say that. Can we cut that?
That'll be post, yeah.
Cut it off.
Yeah. So there I was at Jellyfish
So,
Fields.
but
Sorry, man.
going off of what Rage is saying is,
Love you.
we've kind of all of our fans and friends and stuff like that have become family. Like I've had deep personal moments with quite a few fans we have, and it's just like they just talk about how what we're doing means to them, and I'm like, this is insane. Like Bree and Lee and Whitney and all those people and some of these, they come out to every show. They're some of our biggest supporters, and they're just they're family. If they needed anything, I would drop.
We're all family.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I would drop everything at the mention and go do whatever I could for them because
I feel like that's a
it's
lot
just
of
become
people.
family. Yeah,
A lot of us would do that same thing. Like, hey, I'm coming. I'm on my way. It's like
Yep.
we're all. I don't know. We're all here, man. I don't know. I don't know how else.
Yeah,
to
we're all
explain it.
stuck here, man.
You know, we're like,
all
like,
stuck
what,
in this
oh,
weird
geez,
place.
What time is it? No, I'm just kidding. No, but like honestly, this is like we're all doing it. We're all dealing with it. We're all here. We're all living it. We're all one.
Might as well
You
do
know
it
what I mean?
together,
Might as
right?
well just help somebody. Might as well just talk to somebody. Might as well be there for somebody instead of blowing like that's as simple I would say to explain before going down a 2 a.m. conversation.
Rage 2028.
Yeah.
2028.
You got
Rock
my
and roll
vote.
never dies, baby.
Rock and roll never dies. So really quick story, little sidebar.
Oh, jeez.
What we played a teen center. This was last year. He gets off stage.
No, wait, whoa. That never happened. It did happen.
It did. It totally didn't happen. I was like, what are you talking about? It totally didn't happen. So he gets off stage, and then the kids were talking to him and stuff like that. And then he just goes, just remember, kids, rock and roll never died. Just give him the fucking rock.
And I
until he
walked away
And then
like-
I was like
the movie.
why is that such like the most epic rock star thing I've ever heard anyone do?
I was born to rock. Oh,
So I figured we had to get some context to why that.
we're walking away. They're all playing basketball. I'm like, hey kids, rock and roll never died. And I walked away like Breakfast Club.
It was just
But
rock
just
this.
kept walking, like moving my legs, but the arm never moved. It was awesome. They totally will remember me when we play there this week. I mean, or whatever. No, not that like we're not.
I know.
That's a good impact to have on your
No,
listeners.
whatever when we play them next time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, we're getting to just about that time. I was wondering, is there any last messages you want to send out to your audience here tonight? Is there any anything you want them to pick up from the show?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that you were never alone.
Absolutely.
I think that's kind of like been like an underlying theme. The entire episode today was just like we're all going through this, and we're not exactly going through the same things, but we can all understand that like there's hurdles in this world. So I think an underlying thing would just be like you are never alone, and they're like everybody else is going through it too. You know, have hope.
We're all. I think we're all one. You know, we are all. Everyone is. We're all here. You know, for as long as we can be, and for all. You know, it's like we're all doing it. Just I don't know. Do what we can to be just a good person, good heart, good kind. Like that's like how I read people. It's like that's my like. Just be good to one another, good to everything. Like we're all going through something. That no matter what, like just be self-aware of that. I guess and that's mine. So.
Really?
Last thing I'm gonna go with. First off, I want to say thank you both
yeah.
to Jack and Jay. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you to Q4 for having us. We
Thank you so
appreciate the hell out of you for giving us this time. And then I also wanted to say that we have that tour in end of March going through Texas. We'd love to see you guys 326 through 330.
We got some in April and May as well. Give them a shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah, got them written down there. I
Yeah,
think.
we've got a bunch of other shows. We'll be releasing more in the coming weeks. But if you want to just check it out on Instagram, we're going to be releasing them there. We're going to be in Toledo, Ohio, the 11th of April, and Youngstown, Ohio, the 12th. And then we are playing our next hometown show, Bottom Lounge with Fluorescence, on the 17th of
Homies.
May.
Come on,
If
then.
you guys are looking for
Let's go.
tickets, it is selling quick, so I would.
Or if you
hop
want like a
on
nice
those.
trip in Texas a couple weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, road trip it.
Road trip it and rock on. Why do I keep looking over this mic?
Yeah, I know. There's no
It's like
camera
God.
there.
I
It doesn't
I
matter
feel
how
like the
much you look
camera's
up
like,
at
hey,
it.
I don't know why I'm doing this, man. I'm 92.
He is nice, too.
I think
What?
we're gonna have
What'd
to
you
get the
say?
boys out to that Fluorescence one too. We're gonna have to
100%.
get y'all guest listed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Be
I love the fluorescence, man.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
those
yeah.
guys are
Oh, yeah.
dope. Sass
they're
is a
fucking
good
awesome.
homie. We and him go to a lot of shows together. We
Yeah, they're all
support.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
We like to do little dance moves. Don't judge us.
Ain't nothing
I
wrong
don't
with that.
dance. I know you can't. I got no chance. Anyway.
Oh God, please stop.
You can dance if you want to. You
Leave
can
your
leave your
friends
friends
behind,
behind.
but if you don't dance, I'm not. Okay, we're not.
No,
sorry.
There it is.
We're
Sorry,
all
roboting.
We're like we're gonna go out.
This is
man.
the clip we've been waiting
right.
2 hours for.
There
Let's
we
get
go.
it.
Ready
There
to
we
rumble. Yeah, like,
And then we're just and then we're gonna slam dance, and it's just gonna crowd kill everybody.
Oh no.
That would be a phenomenal cover, by the way. The safety dance, doing like a punk version of safety dance.
wow. I already had, dude. I have like so secretly. I have metal and punk versions of songs. I will not name them. The safety dance. What's up? No, but I do like have like they're poorly recorded because I'm still learning. But like I have metal ideas of like all these different versions of. I just do it for fun. Like where I'm like I just want to play. Like
Yeah.
I'm addicted to it. So it's like
Throw it on the
I
drive.
feel
Get these
like, man,
boys
I
to
feel like a
collaborate.
woman. You know, just
There
like
we
making a
go.
metal version.
He said, "Throw it on the drive, bro."
Throw it on the drive, bro.
Yeah, they're secretive. I should have announced. I love.
If you'd like a link to our drive,
He loves lamp. Just that's all you need.
I love
Lamp.
lamp
He loves
of
lamp.
God. Of God.
No lamp.
Lamp of God.
Lamp.
Oh,
Like the band?
like the
Lamp.
No,
movie.
no, like the movie.
Like
I
the
love lamp.
Like the light.
Are you just looking at things
It's
around
a
the
deep
room?
ink
Yeah,
cut.
I really am. Like that's in everything I've watched ever. All right, sorry guys.
Oh God.
Well, you guys got a great message behind your music, and a lot of people definitely receive it very, very well. It was really awesome going through your comments of your videos and seeing the love you guys are getting. And with great power comes great responsibility. And I think the last thing we set off with last week was if you're about something, be about it, live it truly. And you guys are really engulfing that. And we wish you guys nothing but the best of luck in the future, and keep doing it. Your music definitely has a big impact on a lot of people, and it's going to make a big ripple in the world. And we wish you guys nothing but the best of luck. Just keep on rocking and roll. Rock and roll never dies.
Rock and
baby.
roll never dies, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
I think the
Wow.
same goes for you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks.
Truly,
Thanks so
thank you
much.
guys.
This
For,
is great. This is
thanks
awesome.
for inviting us.
Yeah.
This
This
was-
was
awesome.
a lot of
This
fun.
was the
Thank
coolest.
you guys.
Wow. All right. I'm gonna
probably-
ramble.
I think it's
I'll
our-
ramble on. I'll shut up now.
It's our
Sorry.
first in-person thing since 2019. So
My
it's
first
been-
in person ever. So
It's been amazing. Everything we've ever
Yeah,
hoped
this is
for
the
and more.
coolest thing,
So
yeah.
thank you guys.
thank you.
Good deal. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We really greatly
Always,
appreciate
anytime.
it.
We'd love to do it again sometime.
Anytime, man.
Shout out
This was
Q4.
awesome.
Shout out Q4
Rock and roll
Radio.
never
We love
dies.
you. All right, guys. Well, we're going to send it on out here. If you're interested in checking out more about When the Sun Sets, we have all their stuff down in the description below, including videos. And we'll put your tour dates and stuff up there, too, if you guys want to check it out. It's all down below in the description. Me and Jay usually send out each show with a little message. Can I take this one? I got a good one,
Do it,
man.
bro. It's all you.
This shit was on my heart earlier today.
I wanna
and,
hear this.
and it was cool having you guys on board with, talking about mental health and being okay in the world. And, I was reading a thing about confidence the other day. And they said confidence is not walking into the room and hoping everybody likes you. Real confidence is walking into the room and being okay if people don't like you.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
I found this recently, especially with like men's mental health issues. Not a lot of people will acknowledge it, and they'll kind of shit on you for being outspoken about certain things. You're not always going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. And as long as you keep rocking and rolling and you keep being yourself, it's a really great thing. And as long as you know at the end of the day, you have your own beliefs. People have their own beliefs.
Some people don't like tea.
People don't like people like coffee and Celsius.
Exactly.
I prefer Ghost or Monster personally, but
So be the ghost or be the monster of your own realm, and that's gonna be my challenge for everybody is to go with that confidence that it's okay to not be liked by everyone, and it's okay to rub shoulders with people in the wrong way. That's friction.
Jack.
Yeah, if they don't like you, that's their fucking loss, man.
Yeah.
So fuck them. So from that,
I'm okay, actually. I'm not that bad.
hell yeah.
So confidence, work on it. It's a good thing to have. It's a beautiful thing to have. But we're going to send it on out. Thank you guys again for watching tonight's show. Again, we're here every Wednesday live right here at Q4 Radio in the beautiful Ukrainian Village neighborhood of Chicago. Again, if you guys enjoyed the show, please subscribe down below. Share this show if you get a chance. And be on the lookout for a lot of our other social media stuff. Check us out on all platforms. And exude confidence. As always, my name is Jack Dwyer.
No, I'm Jay Smooth.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Y'all have a great week. Good night. Rock and roll never dies. Woo! Go! Let that Steven Tyler.